Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the Umineko playthrough. Yeah, today we're going to be doing some more of episode 4, and yeah, we've got some really quite interesting stuff today, because obviously yesterday I've had a little bit of a sneak peek at what we're actually going to be viewing today. In other words, I viewed like the first 4 lines, and yeah, I was actually able to find out that, today it's going to be really quite different. And I'm assuming that it's going to be really, really new. You see why in a second, why. Obviously I think that. And also, I'm probably not going to be able to talk that much today because I have a shit throat at the moment. And yeah, as you can probably tell, my mic's a lot louder. It's a lot closer to me. I don't want to talk loud. But yeah, we've got some really quite interesting stuff yesterday, especially because we saw, Rosa Maria. Oh my god, that scene was vivid. And it's really interesting to analyze it, actually, because obviously, I feel that Maria wouldn't have wanted to take out her rage on her mother at all. Actually, no, I think she would have. But I find it really interesting about the whole truth-related thing. And, when she actually realises the naiveties that are making her happy, all of it is gone. It's just interesting that a truth, without actually knowing everything that's going around you, in this case, is so much better than actually knowing what is around you, really. And yeah, it's just very interesting to see the reactions, and also Beatrice's involvement. Yeah, because I think Beatrice really wanted to try and make her a witch, and that was the one driving force she actually had. It was a pitch black room. There were no windows, and with the weak light bulb, one could just barely make out the state of things around them. Yeah, that is interesting. It appeared to be an old forgotten underground storage room. Yeah, with some kind of dusty furniture haphazardly thrown into it. Oh god, don't use the word furniture casually. Has a little bit of a different meaning for us. Yeah, but you see why this is interesting now? I mean, I can't believe this. I've never seen this before. I have never seen anyone who has actually been killed. But, obviously before they're actually going to die, they've literally disappeared into some sort of weird-ass dungeon. I do wonder where this actually is. I wonder if it's on Rokkenjima. Maybe it's not. However, even with just a little light, one could at least make out that it probably wasn't a storage room. Oh my god, I know, yeah, after all, that room was sealed off with iron, but yeah. Where is this? It's a prison, it looks like. I don't know. Yeah, but the only thing is, if that's actually underneath the mansion, then who the hell is also there? Because why is there a prison if there's going to be nobody in it? Like, who is it intended for? Because this would be underneath a mansion. And the fact that Kraus doesn't know, I mean, I would have thought a parent as cruel as Kinzo could maybe, I don't know, give this to his kids for some sort of really severe punishment. I don't know, though. I know, that's absurd. Has there always been a room like this directly underneath the dining hall? Are they actually underneath the dining hall, though? Oh, that is actually really, really weird. So, they have felt the fall. Right. They had dropped into what appeared to be a pit, falling into this room. Therefore, it was natural to assume that this room was directly under the dining hall. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. However, not even Kraus could bring himself to believe that there were pitfalls rigged in his beloved dining hall. Oh my god, I know where he had enjoys his meals for years. What about Jessica as well? Jesus Christ. Oh yeah, that is a fitting soundtrack, and this dungeon-like room lay directly beneath it. Yeah. But the ceiling above was of crude stone craftsmanship, and they couldn't understand how they'd fallen from somewhere up there. Yeah, definitely, that really, really is indicative of the fact that, magic is totally involved. Like I always say, how the hell is Battler going to disprove this? No, all 5 people who have been dropped down here thought the same thing. Yeah, although they'd have the sensation of falling into a pit. That is weird. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there was nowhere there could be pitfalls in the dining hall. Nor could this dungeon-like place directly be under it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, to be fair, there could be some sort of really well thought out trap, but you would have thought if there was a trap that, it could have a potential piece of floor that could actually open up. I mean... to be fair, you could actually have it happen, but at the same time, I was just kind of thinking on the lines of, would there be anything that is noticeably different about when you actually step on the floor? But there probably wouldn't be. That's kind of unreasonable to think, I think. Not I think, I feel. Yeah, and I do find it interesting that only 5 people have been dropped in. Yeah. But the truth was that they actually have fallen into this place and were locked in. Exactly. Yeah, where even are they? Yeah, so they were confused. I don't really know. It's hard to tell whether they are underneath the dining hall directly or if they've been teleported somewhere. Because Gap can take anybody anywhere, by the way. Don't forget that. Oh my god, no, I agree. Yeah. It's lucky that no one was hurt after falling from such a height. Shannon, Kanon. Oh, that is a good question. This might confirm stuff. Did either of you two know about this room? Yeah, that is interesting. No, I feel like this is somewhere else. This is not in Rokkenjima house. Mansion, whatever. Yeah, we did not know of this room either. Really? I don't think he'd be lying. Really? Yeah. That is scary. We really don't know about a room like this. Yeah, despite their age, Kiria apparently would have found it odd if they, as servants allowed to wear the one-winged eagle, might know of the mansion's secret tricks. Yeah, and that is understandable. I mean, they know of, what's the most secretive room that they actually know of, I wonder? I don't know, but I'll tell you what I find really surprising. Like, even though they are servants of the household, they still don't know about the secret room that Kraus actually has hidden a lump of gold in that he actually, you know, managed to receive from the person who Ginzo had actually shown the, you know, tons of gold to. Now, that is really interesting now that we think about it. Was this gold shown to him? I think it was shown to him before he actually moved to Rokkenjima, and that makes sense because obviously the gold was what caused him to have such a high influence. Yeah. There was a long silence, as if Kraus was evaluating their answer. Oh, interesting. No, it's probably true that you don't know. Fair enough, actually. Oh, no, that is understandable. Yeah, why would somebody who takes so much time to actually clean and do the best job they possibly can want to know about a room that has literal holes in the plaster? Yeah, no, it's probably true that you don't know. After all, this is the clean freak channel we're talking about. That's horrible. Oh, yeah, that's kind of a compliment. But at the same time, it's kind of, I don't know, a little bit teasing in a negative way. I don't know, that's kind of how I view it. If she knew about this room, she'd probably scrub this place until it was sparkling. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, I don't agree, but at the same time, I kind of get the impression that, you know, that's obviously, I don't think that's definitive proof, but at the same time, I think it is accurate, because obviously this is not a room, in my opinion, that is in Rokkenjima. Gap can teleport anyone anywhere. That's the fact I'm going on for my basis. The filth of this room is proof that you two don't know of it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, more importantly, I think we should worry about what to do next. Yeah, what do they do? Exactly. Calling the police. When has calling the police ever worked? We need to call the police, or rather administer first aid as soon as possible. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Nanjol's words were hollow. Yeah, like a total unbiased approach in a disaster, really. That's kind of what it reminds me of, obviously. 6 people have been killed. Yeah, definitely, yeah, in the dining hall. Everybody had seen the exact moment when they'd been killed. And since half of their heads have been oh god, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyone could tell that the deaths had been instant with just a single glance. Everyone understood that first aid no longer held any meaning. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Nanjo. My god, I know, it's horrible. It really is. Like, you know, Kirie's lost hers, Kraus has lost hers. I mean, yeah, that is awful, but you know, it is so impressive that in a situation like this, Kirie can be so disciplined that, you know, obviously she can put aside her grief and she can actually face, you know, the situation with her life. And, you know, Kraus as well. To be fair, I mean, even though Kraus and Natsuhi, obviously, they have been together for years, obviously over 18, because of the fact that Jessica exists, yeah, I kind of get the impression that they don't really... I don't know, I just don't really think they have the closest relationship. Because obviously Natsuhi has a real dedication to the Ushidomiya family. And, you know, Kraus... I don't know, he's just not the most appreciative of her. As my basis, I'm sort of, you know, thinking of the gold in episode 1. When he showed it to Natsuhi. Yeah, that's nice to say. Thank you for trying to console us by mentioning first aid. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. Oh, I feel really bad for saying that now. I was just kind of theorizing, but then obviously I think we've probably discovered our theory. Yeah, once again a gloomy silence dominated the atmosphere. Yeah, fair. But Kraus shook his head harshly over and over. Oh god, and for the time being. Yeah, never mind then. I think, I feel we were probably just shown a really bad example then. Because, yeah, the fact that he does actually feel, you know, compassion does show that, you know, he cares about her. Yeah, I was pretty wrong about that then. Yeah, decided to forget the pain of losing his wife and dedicate, yeah, himself to figuring out where they were. Everyone, listen to me. Father is... Agreed. Yeah, father is hopeless now. We passed the point of... Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, of searching for a reason or an explanation that can be expressed in words. Nobody answered. Oh yeah, yeah, without any kind of discussion or mercy. I know, and if anything, it's the opposite of mercy. It's, if anything, you know, a happiness at the fact that he's actually been able to, you know, go out of his way and do anything to actually kill these people. I mean, he quite literally has happily killed 6. It's horrible, it really is. And just, you know, look at, for example, Kraus and Kirie. No consideration whatsoever of the fact that, you know, he is basically ruining their entire futures. And when I say entire futures, I mean, they're not going to make it out alive anyway, but they don't know that. And Kinzo had even been so bold as to proclaim that we'd become oh my god, I know, yeah, sacrifices for a ceremony involving 13 murders. Suzuki locked up in this place. Oh yeah, agreed. Isn't that just the most horrible thing? They're locked up in a prison and they know that they're going to die. They've done nothing wrong, and yet, you know, they just know for a fact that they're going to die. It kind of reminds me of, you know, really, really ancient time. Well, not ancient, but like, you know, historical times where, let's say, for example, well, any death penalty. If somebody's been framed for something or they've done something wrong, they're literally going to die, and, you know, they have to be in a cellar before actually going into, you know, for example, a guillotine room, and then, you know, like, Jesus Christ, what the fuck must somebody think, especially if they're innocent? Yeah, one of the most merciless ways of killing anybody has ever thought of. Around this time, our eyes became used to the darkness. And bit by bit, we were able to understand more about the dungeon's interior. Now, it is really, really interesting. Oh. Yeah, what we thought was furniture, haphazardly left in the dungeon, turned out not to be furniture at all. Oh my god. What the fuck? They were things like small cages to lock people in. Restraints. Or else yeah, this is very unpleasant. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's really, really scary. No, but the only thing is, what I find even worse is the fact that they are at the mercy of Gap. We haven't really seen Gap's true evil. We've obviously, it's obviously implied the fact that she's very evil, but we haven't actually seen what her evil truly does yet. No, yes, we have. She's basically set up for 6 people to mercilessly be killed. No, sorry, 5, but still, you get what I mean. Since the objects were rusted together and coated in thick dust, there was no doubt that they had been forgotten. Oh, that's a positive sign, I suppose, but at the same time, it's not very positive when you realise that that could be you in that, torture object. The small cage. Jesus Christ, the small cage. What was the other ones? There was a small, restraints, fucking hell. Torture racks, Jesus. Yeah, that must be horrible. That is when you know you're in a bad place. Yeah, fair. Maybe you could even call these things Kinzo's sealed and forgotten madness. Yeah. However, we have been locked away in this room. Those objects weren't exactly comforting to people who were... I know. Yes, agreed. Yeah, hoping to be released without harm. Ooh, somebody there? Oh no. Yeah, how are they going to do that though? I mean, it's very, very dark as well, that's the problem. At any rate, let's get out of here. Yes. No, and this is the horrible thing. It's just so inhumane that, they've literally lost a loved one, but at the same time, they can't actually spend time crying and, bereaving their loss because of the fact that they may die themselves. At any rate, let's get out of here. We've lost loved ones and friends and would like to spend time sharing. Yeah, I know, yeah. Ooh, yes. I know, exactly. I kind of get the impression that if Kinzo doesn't actually like them for headship, I kind of get the impression he's going to lash out on them and probably kill them. Let's be honest, he is the most ruthless and insane man we have seen for a long time, so it really wouldn't surprise me. I mean... Oh my god, I know. Yeah. I wonder if... Oh my god, because of George, yeah, I wonder if the children are safe. I mean, obviously everyone else, but George most importantly. Yeah, that's scary. All we can do is pray. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Come to think of it, Kumasawa and Gorda aren't here. They were, yeah. Could you imagine if they're actually suspected? Because that could be likely, I mean, I don't really know. Perhaps they were able to get away safely. You never know. You don't, to be fair. No, so they were initially going to get the Chiesta sisters on them, but Kinzo actually didn't want to and he refused because of the fact that, it just wouldn't really be a good idea if everyone had more possibility of actually seeing their deaths. Because obviously, when the Chiesta sisters had actually offered their services, they probably had some sort of possibility of being closer to the kids. I don't know, though. That's why I think they weren't killed, so there's no possibility of them being seen. You never know. Yeah, they were, though. That's the good thing. Yeah, but at the same time, I think the time with the kids is now going to be a little bit hellish. I do wonder what's going to happen. You never know, it would be a relief if they were able to meet up with the children. Good. Yeah, when the going gets tough, Gorda-san is reliable and Kumasawa-san is knowledgeable and calm. Yeah, that is good. That's even better. I'm sure they'll be able to help the children. Oh yeah. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, because Jessica is still at risk. Yes, that certainly would be comforting. Yeah, god, I can't imagine how much they must be worrying here. The fact that they can smile is really good, because obviously, these people, as much in terms of problems as they have, they all know each other very closely. Shannon and Kraus smiled bitterly a little. Oh yeah, but they quickly realised how improper that was and stopped, clearing their throats. Yeah, fair. True. Yeah, that's realistic. Don't hope on positivity, because if you hope too high, if, you know, obviously the situation is going to be turned out into, you know, one that is just horrible beyond words, I mean, there could only be a maximum of 2 future deaths possible, but it depends on who's actually going to die. I mean, what if, you know, Maria, for example, dies? She's literally 9 years old. It could be possible. I do wonder if Kinzo, when actually interviewing the people for the head of the family, is going to kill them if he doesn't actually like them. But at the same time, that logic doesn't really apply, though. There are 2 sacrifices that need to be made. There are only, well, there are 3 kids that could potentially be rejects. Maybe something would happen to the other one. I don't know. We can't be optimistic, Near-san. Or maybe he's only going to go after Battler, Jessica, and George because of the fact that they're actually right ages for their headship. And maybe that logic could apply then. I don't know. Yeah. There's a chance they've already been attacked after. Agreed, yeah. It's the devil's proof, I suppose. Yeah, I agree. What father carried out in the dining hall was... yeah, good one. Wow. The 6 murders are the first twilight from the witch's epitaph, right? Now, I do find it really interesting that the second twilight requires 2 people. Funny that. So even though it was an accident that, you know, there were 5 instead of 7, it kind of works out in the end. Well, that is interesting. Yeah, then the second twilight is to tear apart the 2 who are close. That is interesting though, because here, the only 2 who are close I can think of are Shannon and Kanon. I don't really know if Gorda and Kumasawa are close. I mean, obviously Gorda's not close with any of the kids, same with Kumasawa. Maybe, I don't know, for example, it could be any of them though, because they're all cousins. They all have loads of memories with each other. So it is kind of ambiguous. The most obvious answer is Shannon and Kanon, but it also could be maybe, for example, George and Battler, George and Jessica, Battler and Jessica, stuff like that. There could be a lot of people that the second twilight could actually apply to. Then the second twilight is to tear apart the 2 who are close. Oh yeah, maybe. I didn't really think they were close, but yeah, that could be possible, yeah. We can't deny the possibility that Gorda-san and Kumasawa-san might have been killed after escaping together. Actually, you know, even if they are protecting the children, what the hell is their protection even going to do? I mean, if anything, it's just going to lead to tragedy for the children because, you know, obviously, Kumasawa and Gorda's lives are just going to completely have ended. For them, really. That's the best form of protection they can give because, obviously, if their lives end, then the kids can't actually be killed. Gidia coldly analysed the worst case scenario. For her, it was heartbreaking to have lost her beloved husband. Oh my god, I know. Yeah. Yeah, but right now, the most important thing was protecting that... yeah, that husband's son. Agreed, yeah. Along with the other children from becoming the insane family head sacrifices. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, that's brilliant. She is such a good person. She really is. I have so much respect for her. She overcame her sadness with the parental urge to protect children from sorrow. Good. Yeah, good one. Yeah. Yeah, and it really, really shows a total strong personality, even with Kraus. It seemed that both Gidia and Kraus were strong enough to forget about their grief, if only for the time being. Yes, they would let their tears flow later. This is one of the most important times. They can't let their tears flow now, because if they do, then, you know, they're going to be at so much risk of death. Yeah, in order to protect the children, they had to act. I wonder what they're going to do. Yeah, but the only thing is, what are they going to do once they've got out of there? I mean, where does this door lead to? Anyway, let's get out of here. Seems to be a rather old cell. Yeah, good question. Couldn't we break the bars or something? Let's try searching the entire room for some way to escape.
ここにはガラクタがいろいろあるわ。
Oh
何
yeah,
か役に立ちそうな道具
question.
とか
That's
落
a
ちて
good
ないか
point.
しら。
I wonder if there are any torture tools lying around all these torture
武
cages.
器になるものがあるかもしれないし、
Agreed,
鉄
yeah.
格子を破れるものがあるかもしれない。
I mean, they are quite literally torture tools, so of course they'd be useful for weapons. Yeah, that's a good piece of thinking there. Oh yeah, good one. Gideon pulled a lighter, a lighter from her pocket. She herself didn't smoke. What a simp. Nah, I'm just kidding. Sycophantic person. I don't know. Or maybe a kind person? A considerate person? Ever thought of those? Possible ways of describing somebody? She herself didn't smoke, but she kept one tucked in away in her pocket to light Rudolph's cigarettes. Yeah, that's really convenient. Oh, yeah, agreed, yeah. It was an extremely valuable source of light for searching in this dim dungeon. I wonder what's going to happen when they actually... I wonder what they're going to discover when they actually have the light fully on blast, really. I wonder what they're going to find. Shannon, help Kirie-san search the room. Kanon, you help me check out the bars. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, this is a very old cell. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah, the bars could be good thinking. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good question. What should I help with? I feel bad. Yeah, just do nothing. Just keep up your strength. I mean, to be fair, he is old. He kind of deserves a little bit of a relaxed time. Well, as relaxed could be in a place like this, but still, you get what I mean. Please just keep up your strength. Yeah, that is interesting. Father will probably come here soon. Agreed. Yeah, you're the only one whose words will reach him. Yeah, because the thing is, even though Kinzo didn't actually change the fact that, you know, he didn't change his philosophy in the fact that his kids actually matter, and rather than producing results, they produce grandchildren, and, you know, the fact that the grandchildren are just invaluable. You know, Rosa, for example, wouldn't even have any source of income for letting Maria go. How genuine that claim is, though, it's another question, but yeah, that's what she said. Yeah. And it's also the fact that Nanjo had made it so that Kinzo's mind was entirely changed. Rather than ending the family headship, he was thinking of actually giving it to his grandchildren if they'd actually proven worthy and, you know, sensible to give them to for him, really. I see, yeah. I mean, that is a fair thought, but at the same time, I disagree. Yeah, there's no talking Ginzo out of this, let's be honest here. He has all the willpower in the world. He needs to see Beatrice, he feels, and, you know, he's already started, so he can't stop. He won't stop either. You're the only one whose words will reach him. In a way, you might be holding our lives in your hands. Agreed, yeah. My words will no longer reach him, I think. Yeah, that's the worst thing. I mean, I feel like in a situation like this, you should just really be reliant on the possibility that your words could actually reach him and try anything you possibly can. Be desperate for that opportunity because you are never going to be able to get it again. You shouldn't give up. Yeah, that really is bad. Oh, that's interesting. Why is that something that's required? Then lend us your expertise as a doctor. I wonder if there exists a drug that can make people instantly faint.
人間を即座に混沌させる
That
と
is
か。
interesting. That could potentially be what she wants to do to Kinzo. Or maybe she's trying to investigate what's actually happened to them. A drug that makes people instantly faint.
どういうことですか？
Yeah, what are you talking about?
私たちは落とし穴に落とされてこの地下牢に落ちてきたと信じて
Yeah, what if that could have been some sort of hallucination-induced state by drugs? But at the same time, it doesn't really make sense. Why would the hallucination be exactly the same for every single person, though, if that's the case? We believe we fell through a pit and landed in this
あの
dungeon.
混乱している場で私たちはそうだったろうと信
Yeah,
じ
but
た
why did everyone believe it? Why wasn't there a single person who didn't believe that exact thing? In that panic-stricken moment, that was what we believe had happened. Yeah, this is how Battler can deny it. Yeah, that's fair
で
point.
もこの地下牢の広さを測ってみて分かった
But I measured the breadth of this room and came to a
この地下
realization.
牢があの食堂の地下というのは
Yeah,
あり
yeah,
えな
yeah,
いことなのよ
definitely. No, this is the thing. This is where magic comes in. Yeah.
どうして
They
ありえない
can't
って
be
わかる
underneath
んで
it.
すか？
Why do you say that?
姉さんはバカだな。
What? You're an idiot, Near-san.
この地下牢は
What a
食
bully.
堂に比べて狭すぎる。
I mean, yeah, that is understandable, but where does the dungeon lead to? Could it lead to a room that is way more spacious? Compared to the dining hall, this dungeon is too cramped.
その通り
Exactly.
1番目に落とされたのはクラウス兄さん
The first person to fall was Kraus
2番
Nissan.
目が私
The second
クラ
was
ウス兄
myself.
さんはこの部屋に落ちてきた時その場を動いたかしら
When you fell into this room, did you move from that spot, Kraus Nissan?
お恥ずかしながら落下の痛みでうめいていたよ。
It's embarrassing to say, but the landing hurt and I lay there groaning in pain.
そのすぐ傍らに桐江さんがすぐに落ちてきたんだ。
Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, because that totally denies the theory of them actually being in a place that, you know, is inside the mansion. How, even though Kiria has been, you know, nowhere near Kraus, has she actually been able to fall right next to him? Yeah, that definitely does give the theory of some sort of drugs a pass, but at the same time, that's always the burden that, you know, makes it so that this theory is impossible to, you know, be satisfied with me, at least, you know, about the drugs. Why did they all view the same hallucination? Yeah, it's embarrassing to say, but the landing hurt, and I lay there groaning in pain. Immediately after that, Kirie-san came crashing down next to me.
食堂でのクラウス兄さんと私の立ち位置と落下時の落下場所の距離が明らかにおかしいのよ
Agreed, yeah. The distance between where we were standing and the places where we landed is clearly off.
確かに言われてみればその通りです。
Certainly, when you put it that way.
その次に落ちたのは私だからお二人の位置関係はよく覚えている。
Yeah, I was the next to fall, so I remember fairly well where you two were standing.
食堂でのお二人の間の距離はこの部屋よりもあったかもしれない。
Yeah, the distance between you two and the dining hall might have been greater than this entire room. Yeah, that is very weird. Yeah, and that could give rise to the theory that they have actually been carried somewhere and their bodies have been moved.
Hmm. 私たちは落とし穴に落ちてダイレクトにここに落下したわ
We fell into a pit and directly dropped down here. Yeah.
集合する下水道管みたいに
No,
一度
no, I know,
集めら
that's
れ
what I
て
was
から
thinking.
ここに落ちた
Yeah.
わけじゃない
It's not like we fell into multiple interlocking pipes and were all collected here. No, it was
落
just
下は
one
一瞬だっ
direct
たでし
fall.
ょ
Yeah, the fall was instant,
そ
wasn't
ん
it?
な凝った排水管みたいな穴を転がされた覚えはないわ
Yeah, I don't remember rolling around in some sort of elaborate water pipe system.
確かに。
Yeah,
落
agreed,
とし
yeah.
穴では説明がつかんな。
True, we can't explain it with a pitfall.
おかしな話だ。
Oh my god, I know, yeah, what a strange tale. Yeah, I agree.
それと
Yeah.
キリエ様のおっしゃる人間を即座に混沌させる毒というのはどう関係があるんですか？
What does that have to do with a drug that makes people instantly faint, like Kirie-sama was talking about?
キリエ様は多分食堂に落とし穴なんかなかった、
Yeah,
と
yeah,
お考
definitely.
えなんじゃないかな。
Kirie-sama is probably thinking that there were no pitfalls in the dining hall, correct?
しかし現に私たちは
They
落
did
ちたぞ。
though, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but in reality we did fall.
落とし穴に落ちたような気がするが正解よ。
But at the same time, that is a very funny thing. Obviously, Kirie, with her reasoning, would obviously think that this is the case. They felt as if they fell. But at the same time, they haven't. They have genuinely fell. That's the funny thing. But at the same time, obviously, because of the fact that she never could possibly know what's actually there in the wider world in terms of magic, you know, she's never going to suspect it. And I think it's good because it gives us a little bit of human perspective. And it obviously sets up, you know, the theories that Basila and Angie are going to be having. More accurately, we felt as though we felt
無理
into
も
bits.
ないわ。
Yeah. Yeah, that was only natural.
そうとしか例えられない体験だったから。
Fair. But why did everyone feel the exact same sensation? Why was their response to a traumatic situation exactly the same? I will always say that because it doesn't add up.
なるほど。
I see.
つまりこうおっしゃいたいわけですな。
In other words, this is what you want to say.
私たちは落とし穴に落とされたのではなく、
Would you not fall into pits?
例えば毒矢のようなもので撃たれ瞬時に意識を失い、その倒れて床に突っ伏す瞬間の記憶を
A little bit weird that if that was the case, they couldn't actually have seen themselves being attacked with some sort of weapon, and they didn't feel anything whatsoever.
まるで落とし穴に落ちたよと思い込んでしまっているのかもしれないと。
Yeah, it could just be that we remember the instant we fell to the floor as though it was falling through a pit.
なるほど。
I see.
食堂に無数の落とし穴が仕掛けられていて、
Yeah, yeah,
我
yeah.
々が
Oh
それ
yeah,
に
yeah,
40
yeah.
年
Agreed,
も気
yeah.
づかず食事をしていたとするよりも、よほど説得力のある話だ。
Couldn't agree more. I think that argument is absurd. But at the same time, I suppose you could in theory say it's a devil's proof. But at the same time, I think that's still ridiculous, let's be honest here. You could in theory still say that's a devil's proof though.
姉さ
Nessa.
ん、時計はある？
Ooh, yeah, good question. Do you have a watch? Huh? Yeah, this will be interesting because this may indicate whether it's on Earth or not.
懐中時計があるわよ。
I have a pocket watch.
22時40分くらいね。
Okay, that really surprises me. What? It's about 22:40.
僕の時計もそうなってる。
My watch says the same.
つまり僕たちは食堂での大騒ぎから
That is so surprising.
十数分も時間を経過させて
No,
ないってこと。
I'm sorry, but I'm genuinely so surprised. I would have thought that if Gap had actually teleported somebody into a, you know, room that isn't in Rockenjima whatsoever, she would have, and, you know, judging by the whole dungeon-like, you know, vibe, and obviously the darkness and the torture tools as well, and the abandoned, like, setting, it really gives me the impression. Firstly, it's impossible. How has somebody actually been able to transport these people, like, you know, 5 of them in under 10 minutes? I mean, well, to be fair, how many people were there? It was Warugiri, Ronove, Kinzo, and then the 3 Chiestas. So there were 6 people. That could, in theory, have been done, actually. But at the same time, that would be giving indication that there was some sort of hidden torture chamber near Rockenjima, really. But yeah, obviously we've never really seen anything, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So, you know, you could in theory, you could devil's proof it, and you could say that you've never seen something therefore it could in theory be possible for them to have, you know, collected all of their bodies, rushed out, and then placed them there if you use the drug theory. I'm just genuinely so surprised that, you know, I would have thought if this is a place that you've been teleported to somewhere, it wouldn't have been on Earth and it wouldn't have followed the time that Earth had. I thought the watches would have been totally different. Like, maybe there could have just been some really cursed or freaky time that would be intending to make people scared. Or maybe the watch is not going to move. Who knows? Yeah, that's interesting. I love that these people all have watches, by the way. That's hilarious. My watch has the same time. Agrees, yeah. It's much too short a time to knock us out and carry us somewhere. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. I don't disagree. Yeah, judging only from the time, it's reasonable to assume that we did fall through a hole leading directly underneath the dining hall. But yeah, that is very, very true. Yeah, they could have tampered with the watch hands as much as they wanted. Very reasonable, yes. Very reasonable. Yeah, well, we were passed out, they may have wound everyone's watches back. True, yeah. Yeah, I agree, actually. We're incapable of proving this possibility doesn't exist. Yeah, that's understandable. Whether it was a pitfall or a drug that induces fainting. Agreed. Yeah, it does not change the fact that we need to be on guard. Yeah, no matter what happens, the fact that they are here obviously shows somebody with dangerous intent who is roaming around. Yeah. Well then, Dr. Nanjo. Yeah, is there a drug that can do that? Well... It's the same as your reasoning, Kirie-san. Fair, yeah. There are so many people who are secretly manufacturing drugs, so much so, you know, even if you're a doctor, I'm sure it would be impossible to know, you know, nearly every drug for every unique purpose. I mean, of course it would be, there are so many. This is a really good card that a battler can use in its logic battle. Fair enough. As I say, you can never be too careful. But what if you being too careful leads to your demise? I don't understand that. Wait, no. Oh my god. Oh, I kind of got the impression that you being too careful is a really, really bad thing. But this is actually saying that there is no such thing as too careful. And no matter how careful you are, you cannot be too careful. And you cannot override... Yeah, sorry, it was a useless question.
Yeah, that
is understandable, yeah. I just thought that with my hypothesis, I could suggest that this dungeon might not necessarily be directly underneath the dining hall. I see. There's always the possibility that we were carried off to... Oh, that's interesting. If only Rosa was here... Yeah, we'd really be able to tell what's actually happening then regarding that. But no, this is not the case whatsoever. No. There's always the possibility that we were carried off to the hidden mansion they say Father built in the middle of the forest. I really hope they get out of here because I really want to see what's actually outside. It's either going to be something that's earthly, or it's going to be something that's just in an entirely impossible location. If we can escape from here and get outside, then we'll know. Yes, agreed, yeah.
ここから出てからでもいいだろう。
You will not. I don't think they're actually on Earth, so I kind of get the impression that when they get out, they are going to be in just... They're going to have the shock of their lives. We'll save worrying about that until after we get out.
その通りね。
Exactly.
本当にごめんなさい。
I'm truly
さ
sorry.
っきから無駄な質問と詮索ばかりだわ。
No, it's good to have a little bit more insight of this situation, because I feel that with this insight, and especially because of the fact that thinking about how they have actually got there has got people's rationalities intact, I feel that this is going to be more beneficial because of the fact that people will be able to use their brains more. And, you know, I feel that if they didn't have the opportunity to use their brains, they probably would just... I just feel they'd find it easier to be overcome with emotion, which could kill them. Let's be honest here.
Yeah. とても頼もしいよ。
No, it's quite promising.
今後も何かに気づいたら教えてくれたまえ。
Yeah, good one. Yeah, if you notice anything else, please tell
こ
us.
こを脱出する何かのヒントになるかもしれない。
Agreed, yeah, it might become a hint to escaping from here.
ルドルフからいつも聞かされていたよ。
Rudolph was always talking about
君
you.
の発想にはいつも驚かされ、時には重要なヒントにもなるとね。
He said he was always surprised by your ideas and that they would sometimes give him valuable
君が
hints.
ここにいてくれたのは不幸中の
Oh my
幸
god,
い。
no, I see that, yeah. The fact that you're here is a blessing within a tragedy. Yeah, because she has such good thinking. And the thing is, she's a person with really good thinking who's actually nice as well. You could have abilities like these, but you could use them in a completely twisted manner. And you could use your good thinking, like Beatrice, for example, to totally overthrow the people that you feel were opposed to you. But no, she's making it so that, you know, this can be as... Well, so that everyone's worries could potentially be thought about and, you know, released because of the fact that she's discovered what's happened to them. Well, they still would have a lot of worry, but at the same time, at least they would know what's going to happen to them. But at the same time, what if this is a Maria situation where knowing the actual truth is worse? Who knows? Because it could be. Hmm.
ありがとう。
Thank you.
私もルドルフさんに聞いてるわ。
Oh, I heard something from Rudolph's
ク
son
ラ
as
ス兄
well.
さんは普段は威張っているけれど、いざという時は責任
Yeah,
感に
that's
溢れ
really
る
good.
頼りがいのある兄だって。
Oh my god. Well, I like the honesty. He said that you usually just swagger about, but when things get serious, you overflow with a sense of responsibility and can be a very dependable older brother. Yeah, that's nice.
さすがにそれは世辞が過ぎるね。
That's too kind.
クソ。それにしても頑丈な鉄格子だ。
God damn it. At any rate, these iron bars won't even
カノ
budge.
ンの方はどうかね。
How are things on your end, Canon?
いえ、こちらも全く。
Oh shit. No, this side is no better. Even though it's an old ass prison, the iron bars have definitely been intact. Maybe they have been the... Well, they're really rusty, but maybe they were really powerfully built in the beginning. I don't know. Kraus and Canon, but they do look corroded though, so they could in theory be a little bit weaker than beforehand. I don't know. Kraus and Canon tried wriggling the bars in various ways. God, but nothing is happening. That's the worst thing. Oh, there were a few bars that could be twisted. Ooh. And a few had enough space to rattle a little bit around in. Yeah, understandable. Yeah, that's a bit tricky. Yeah, but they couldn't be broken with human strength alone. Get Ginzo. Oh, yes, definitely, yeah. However, there was still hope if they could use some kind of lever-like tool. Agreed. Yeah, it was still far too early to give up yet. Yes, the children's lives were hanging in the balance, even if there was no hope. Yes, agreed, yeah, because that would defy the meaning of parenting, really. You know, your kid is in a potentially life-threatening situation, and yet you do nothing. Yeah, and it was better for them to act this way. Oh yeah, yeah, agreed, yeah. And this, in my opinion, is why Kirie's thinking is so good, because it inspires them to be resourceful with their knowledge, and now, from that thinking, they've been able to begin searching for a solution. If they were to stop, there's no doubt they'd once again be overcome by the grief of losing their loved ones and curl up, clutching their neck. Yeah, agreed. Sorry, I'm just getting possessed here.
キリエさんたちの方は
Quite
ど
fitting
うか
for an Umineko episode about Gap and her effects. How are you doing, Kirie-san?
何か見つかったかね
Find anything?
握って隠せる程度の石ころは見つかるわ。
Ooh, nice. I found some small stones that we could hold onto and
こん
hide.
なものでも武器にはなるかも。
Understandable. You know, if you hit in the right place, you could potentially blind somebody when they're not looking. So, yeah, that could be really, really beneficial. Blindness could be a key to getting out.
.さすがに鉄格子を削り取ることは無理でしょうね。
Definitely. So it would probably be impossible to whittle down these iron bars with
シャノ
them.
ンちゃんはどう？
How about you, Shannon-chan?
いいえ、何も。
My god, what an unpleasant place. It really, really just... Oh, that's interesting. There's a phone there. That really, really surprises me. I wonder if you can actually use it. I mean, it'll probably be inactive because, let's be honest, why would a phone with... You know, in a prison with this much age be active. I love that it does look like a store cupboard. I see what they mean. It just looks like real pieces of junk that's stored there, really. It's just the room for the junk. But at the same time, that doesn't really explain why there's so little of it. And what's in this box as well? No, nothing.
これ、
Oh, this is...
電話です。
Yeah, a phone.
つながってるわけもないわ。
Me too, actually, yeah. But that's actually really surprising. So that definitely indicates that, you know, this prison room, it isn't the oldest. Yeah. I doubt it's connected.
でもコードは何かを縛ったり武器にも使えるかも。
But we might be able to use the cord as some form of string-based weapon.
壊して分解すれば金属部品を取り出せるわ。
Agreed, yeah. Yeah, if we break it, we could take out the
ク
metal
ラス兄
parts.
さん、鉄格子を開ける鍵穴はもちろんあるわよね。
Ooh, Crafts Nissan. There's a keyhole for opening the bars, right?
あ
Yes.
あだいぶ鍵穴の大きい大時代的なものだ、
Yeah, so that shows that it is older. It really is. But I don't know. I don't think it's anything. Probably, I feel at the very latest, this could be maybe 1940s, 50s. Something like that. I don't know. No, it looks too new to be 1940s, 50s. Maybe 1970s or 80s at the very earliest. It's a pretty large hole, quite old-fashioned.
針金のようなものでいじれば騙せるかもしれないな。
Maybe. If we twist some wire into it, we might just be able to pick it. That's brilliant. Oh my god.
電話の金属部品で何か代用できるかもしれない。
Agreed, yeah. Wow. We might be able to use the metal parts of the phone as a substitute for something.
その電話武器になるわね。
Fair enough. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely.
投資と同じだよ。
It's just like investing.
情報は武器だ。
I like that. Yeah, our weapon is information. Fair enough. Information about their environment, really. Kraus and Gideon laughed together at how they hadn't even thought of using the phone as a means of... Oh my god, no, I see that, yeah. But at the same time, who are they going to communicate, though? And who can they communicate as well? Who's going to be
何
helpful?
やってんのお姉さん。
This is the ironic thing. They don't even know where they are themselves. How are they going to be able to get anyone to help them? To be fair, they should at least try to communicate with the police. But at the same time, why would a phone with this in a prison this old actually be working, though? Let's be honest here. It's really unlikely. Oh, fuck. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. What are you doing there, son?
その電話
Yeah.
つながってるかなって思って。
Oh, I just wondered if maybe the phone was working. Yeah, it's good for her to see. I think it's very
姉
unlikely.
さんは
You done me there, son. Huh?
あれ
What? Oh, at that point, Shannon let out a small surprised cry.
キリエ様
Kiria-sama?
この電話つながってます
What? I'm sorry, but what? Okay, that was not what I was expecting whatsoever. What the fuck? What?
なんですって
Oh my god, I love that. That is so surprising. That's really, really surprising to me as well. My god. I can't believe that. I thought Kanon could have potentially been hiding something, but no. Wow. I love that they don't even think about the most obvious site. I wonder if they could actually get the police on them, because even though they don't know where they are, the police should have geolocation for where the calls actually are, GPS location. Oh, I love this theme. I really do. I can't believe. Oh my god, now I see that. Yeah, it was like when people move out of an office, taking everything with them, leaving only the telephone behind. Ah, yeah, no, I see that. Yeah, that's... By the way, why is there a phone in a jail cell? I'm sorry, but like, what? There's the feeling that the phone game off, having been left in the corner of the cell. Yeah, the cord was wound into a coil, the tip of it being swallowed by the wall. Yeah. And just looking at it, there was no reason to assume that it wasn't hooked up. But to think that it actually was, I know it's absurd. Kiria took the receiver from Shannon and pressed it to her ear. What? Certainly the electric hum of a phone was a familiar sound. This phone was certainly live.
なんという幸運
Well, good luck.
警察へ連絡しましょう
Yes, let's contact the police.
待ちたまえ
Well, hold on.
話がうますぎる
Yeah, that is understandable actually. I think it's right. Investigate whether it's a trap or not before actually calling somebody. Yes, it's too good to be true.
盗聴され
Agreed.
ているんじゃないのかね
Yes, could it be bugged?
そんな細工するくらいなら普通は電話線を切断するわ
No, but what if it's something that could potentially... I don't know, it could cause some sort of... Oh, I don't really know, that is a fair question. What if, I don't know, for example, an explosion within, I don't know, like the telephone wire, or maybe an explosion that actually comes out of the phone could be induced by the activity of the electrical currents in the phone wires? I don't know. But at the same time, that logic doesn't apply. There's been an electrical current that should have been applied to actually be able to, you know, turn the phone on and listen to the receiver, see if there's any sound there, I would have thought. So I don't think that's true. That is weird. I just don't trust it. I don't. What if somebody could be listening in as well? We can't forget about that. An eavesdropper. If they were planning a trick like that, normally they would cut the telephone line.
連中が本気で見落とした可能性が高い
That's weird. There's actually a good possibility that they overlooked
気
this.
づかれたら今度こそ電話線を切断されるかもしれないわ
Agreed, yeah. If they notice, they might actually cut the line this
警
time.
察への通報を盗聴されて何も困ることはないのだし
Yeah, definitely, yeah. There's nothing we could tell the police that would be problematic for us if they overheard. Yeah, surely that was true. Oh, it could be a wire trap as well, yeah. Yeah, the point of a wire trap is to overhear some important piece of information. Yeah, but the way things were right then, she couldn't think of a single thing that would come up in her conversation to the outside world that might be troublesome to have overheard. I mean, that is understandable, but at the same time, I think the fact that the police, that these people actually need rescuing and they need to contact the police, the fact that they actually have contacted the police for help, that could potentially be a serious red flag, because that could mean that the people that are up and have set this up could potentially be risking exposure. That is, if we're assuming it's a human culprit. But at the same time, I'm really surprised about the fact that, you know, there is actually a phone connected here. What also surprises me is the fact that all of the phones within, you know, Ginzo's house, you know, Ginzo's mansion, they are all severed, the lines are, and yet this one still works. It's weird. Yeah, I see that, yeah. Yeah, Kiria instantly concluded that it was more likely to be a mistake on Kinzo's part than a trap.
確かに一理あります。
You do have a point.
外線は確か0番からだ。
I believe you start with zeros to make calls through the external line.
カノン君、私は電話するから
Kanon definitely
あな
looks
たは
alert.
外の様子を伺ってくれる？
Kanon-kun, I'm gonna make a phone call, so will you watch how things are out there for me?
誰かが近づいてくる気配があったら知らせて。
If you sense somebody coming, let me know.
はい。
Yes, God, he's not alert because of something being there, he's just really scared because of the situation, which is understandable. Fully understandable. Yeah, Kanon raced off towards the iron bars, silenced his breathing, and straightened his ears. Yes, everyone watched her. As everyone present watched her, Kiria dialed 110. Police number in Japan, I'm assuming. Oh, that's evil. Could this potentially be some sort of trap to get people's hopes up? And then, you know, obviously nothing's going to happen in the end. So it's just a little bit of a psychological play to make it so that, you know, if you're in a trap and then you feel some kind of hope and then you realise that that kind of hope is just completely invalid, then of course you are going to feel more defeated. And that could potentially just be a little trick to make the people who are going to be tortured feel worse. Or killed or whatever. Alright. However, she pushed the hook down and redialed many times. It didn't seem to be working very well.
外線は0番から？
The outside line begins with 0.
110番は0110じゃないの？
Yeah, 110 would be 110 then, right?
うまくかからない。
That is weird. Maybe just try it without a 0 then. It doesn't seem to want to go through.
貸したまえ。私がかけよう。
Hand it over here, I'll try to call. Kraus took the receiver in Kiria's place and tested various things. Are they actually going to be able to call the police? I wonder. Oh, is it a cliffhanger? Oh no, good. God, but in the end they were unable to notify the police. Oh, makes sense. Yeah, the phone itself was definitely live, but the circuit was apparently cut somewhere. Did this mean that they were not so? Yes, definitely. And I think, if anything, that is the complete opposite of them being naive. Like I said, I think it's a psychological play to induce false hope in the people that are victimised here. Yeah, so it's useless after all. What is the point of that, apart from what I think?
敵も甘くはないってことね。
Yeah, it means our enemies aren't naive either. Definitely. And that's quite scary. Yeah. Yeah, Kiria let out a deep sigh, leaned against the wall, and hung her head for a while. As cool thinking as she was, for a brief moment, she may actually have had the naive hope that the phone might actually work. Oh yeah, understandable, yeah, I see that in, you know, just her insisting and her trying to dial as many times 110, it shows. Oh yeah, no, I see that, yeah. She sneered at herself mockingly for holding on to that naive hope for even a single moment. I mean, obviously it didn't really work on these people, but imagine if somebody was having a total panic attack being here, and then they realised, whoa, wow, a sign of hope, and then they realised that sign of hope was just invalid. Then, you know, how would they feel? Then she remembered just what was happening here. Truth be told, even after being shown a scene like that right before our eyes, or rather exactly because of that. Yeah, that is understandable. Yeah, she still couldn't think of that gruesome mass murder as something real. Yes, and it was less that she couldn't believe it, and more that she didn't want to. What an insane man, I know. Yeah, Ushiromi Akinzo killed 6 family members. Yeah, weird ass demons. Yeah, he summons strange, witch-like, demon-like people. Oh my god, I know, right out of thin air. It is really, really understandable to think that, you know, even though somebody as good thinking as Kirie could potentially think that, you know, this is entirely just something that she has been imagining. And with something like magic. Yeah, began to kill people one after another. Yeah, definitely, because he used the Chiesta sisters, of course. That would be the case. Oh yeah, agreed. Yeah, it's just all so screwed up. Oh my god, I know, yeah, even though she definitely saw it, there was no way she could accept that spectacle.
そんなことあるわけがない。
There's no way that's what
あれ
happened.
はきっとお父様の友人か何か。
That's a little bit sick. You know, those are obviously father's friends or something. Oh wow, I'm gonna make your life so easy by literally killing your family.
それが
Jesus
あらか
Christ.
じめ食堂のどこかに隠れていて、手品的に突然姿を現して
I mean,
私
fair
たちを驚
thought.
かせただけなんだわ。
Fair thought, and the fact that I was going to say, how could you, like, just casually make it so that you appear? But at the same time, it's a devil's proof, just because of the fact that we don't know of a trick that could actually make it look as if somebody has just completely taken the invisibility cloak off. You know, doesn't prove that there necessarily isn't one that exists. They just hid somewhere in the dining hall beforehand and used some tricks to appear suddenly and fool us.
そう考えなくちゃあのめちゃくちゃを説明できない。
Yeah, there's no other way to explain something as screwed up as that. Agreed, yeah. It is horrible, and yeah, I really don't blame Kirie for finding, you know, such a ridiculously traumatic sight, and obviously, you know, Kinzo in general, his madness, unreal, and, you know, just the people in general. I mean, I can't imagine, you know, not only seeing a sight that sort of looks like people have literally teleported, but also a sight that has basically meant that everyone is dead. Oh my god, I know. I know, yeah, but when those six had their heads blown apart, a golden arrow had flown around and around the room. I love this. I love how broken these scenes are. That truly looked like... I know, yeah, even Kirie could potentially believe in it. Was that another thing we just saw wrong? Oh, that is interesting that you could potentially think that the drug has actually got some sort of means of, you know, dulling their actual understanding of the event. There's no way it was magic. Yeah, it's definitely some kind of setup. Oh yeah, that's interesting. Fair enough, yeah. Since those heads were smashed, there's no doubt it was some kind of explosive. For example, a styrene toy plane. Like the sell at candy stores, painted gold. And with a powerful explosive loaded onto the end of it. However, though, it seemed to be flying about at random. Yeah, that is very, very true, yeah. Kirie couldn't imagine that after being fired 6 times, each time it perfectly hit the victim square in the head, one after another. I mean, it could be specially engineered to actually do something like this, but, you know, there's the question of why would that be real? I mean, yeah, you do wonder. It couldn't be that there was a computer control system for finding and hitting targets. I love this. Making it a high-tech styrene plane on the same level as a guided missile, right? I mean, to be fair, that would be the only reasonable conclusion. And I mean, yeah, it is interesting though. I mean, I do wonder if you could blame this on the Devil's Proof. That's what Basilica could potentially do. But at the same time, the thing that's bad is he's actually... he will need to have seen the Chiesta sisters attack. And that kind of gives me the impression that that Devil's Proof will be able to be satisfied. And the fact that... No, actually it won't. It won't, because you can't fully see what the golden arrow was composed of. Maybe it was made to look like a golden arrow, but it was actually composed of some sort of ridiculous plane. I mean, it would be absurd for that to be the case, but it couldn't be impossible, could it? I mean, I don't know, some sort of weird plane that has some sort of explosive that makes it look like something that just goes around golden. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I know.
そんなバカバカしい仕掛けを膨大な私費を投じて作らせたと。
I know, I agree, it just sounds absolutely absurd. Yeah, would he invest such a large amount of money into developing some stupid trick like
あ
that?
のおかしな余興のために
To be fair, you couldn't actually deny it because of the fact that Beatrice is a person who is really, really important to Kinzo. Maybe he wants to make it so that the killings that have actually potentially resurrected Beatrice are the most elegant and, you know, well, when I say elegant, I mean brutal. That's basically Beatrice's meaning of elegant, and, well, elegant, professional, I suppose. And obviously, if they... obviously, we've got to think about anti-magic power as well. That could potentially be something that could facilitate the motive to actually do something as expensive and as absurd as this. Because a death that looks like magic, people will, if they're naive, suspect it to be magic. Yeah, for that insane slicer, I like that, yeah.
やりかねないって
Oh my god, I know. Does this take it back to the old I wouldn't put it past father? Ah, yeah, I know. Yeah, a number of mysterious people appeared out of thin air. 6 people had their heads demolished by a mysterious golden flying object. Yeah. I know, it is so weird. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And the 5 of us were locked away in a mysterious dungeon by a mysterious set of pitfalls, or else put to sleep by some fainting poison dart. Yeah, the family conference started a bit after 10 o'clock. Oh my god, I know, it's absurd. These have been some of the most 30 most fateful and eventful minutes of your life. It's hilarious that it's hilarious that 30 minutes is enough to entirely change your life. But at the same time, if somebody's in the mercy of your life, or other way around, you know, 1 second could be enough to change somebody's life. What about, for example, a pull of a trigger? That could change somebody's life, and it could happen in maybe even under a second. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, well. This is a nightmare. God, I feel so sick at the moment. I mean, this is fun to read and everything, but Jesus Christ, it's hard today. And that's not because it's dark. Like, it's a dark story, not because, you know, the cellar they're in quite literally is dark. Most likely. Even though I witnessed it myself. They don't know what the actual time is, by the way. There's no way of fully telling. Most likely, even though I witnessed it myself, that event took place in such a short period of time, so I still can't understand it, and I still can't come to grips with it. Yeah, fair, yeah. For argument's sake, even if we did get a hold of the police. I know, yeah. Couldn't agree more. It will probably be impossible for anybody to accurately explain what we saw. Yeah, and that's the worst thing, because of the fact that they can't accurately explain it, maybe they could potentially be involved. Even though I saw it just now. I know, that's understandable, yeah, my brain's fried, and I have no confidence in what I saw myself, and it is interesting that because of the fact that magic is so surreal, these people think that what they have seen is actually a lie, but the thing is that's weird is it isn't. Everything they saw is true, and they are in a genuine rational state, without any flaws and no impaired judgment, but obviously they would think differently. I know, yeah, Kiria tried her hardest to cheer herself out of her overwhelming confusion, to just hold on to her sanity. Yeah, fair. Oh god. Damn it, what's going on here? Oh fuck. Yeah, this is not looking good. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, this is not good, because obviously now it's just getting a little bit more stressed. The fact that there is no way of potentially escaping. Kraus started to become desperate, hitting the hook multiple times and resetting the dial. Kraus had also been finding composure, but he was unable to hide his panic. Yeah, definitely. The more he retried the dial, the more the pretense of serenity peeled away. Yeah, I like that, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't blame her, yeah. Oh yeah, it would be so much nicer if it was a dream. Kiria couldn't help but pray that the events that had just occurred were a dream. At that time, the look on Kraus's face had changed. What? I got through. I'm sorry, but what the fuck? What the genuine hell? How? I'm so surprised. Really, Kraus-san? Let's see. How shallow am I? What the fuck has he done? Oh, you are smart. Yeah, since we can't contact the police, the external line has probably been cut, but he failed to sever the internal line. That really is naive, my god, the internal line. But that's the worst thing. That actually could potentially prove that he's on Dock Genjima. But who is he going to call? That's my question. Yeah, Kraus-san, where did you call? The guest house? Good. You brilliant genius. Yeah, I'm calling the room where Jessica and the rest are staying. Oh. Hello. Hello. It's me. You're... Goda? Oh my god, yeah, is Jessica there? Is she safe? Awesome. I can't believe this. That's absurd. So this actually proves that this is a place in the Ushidamiya household. Where? I really, really wonder where. Someone. Oh my god, me too, yeah, I'm so glad you're safe. Yes. Yeah, oh, that must be such a brilliant thing to hear. Lady Jessica and the other children are here as well, safe and unharmed. Dad. Is it Dad? I'm so glad you're okay. Oh god. Is Mom okay? Oh god, is she there? Oh god. Oh my god, how do you tell your kid this? Kraus choked on his words. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, Kraus had clearly seen Natsuhi's head crushed, had seen her killed right before his eyes. Yes. Eventually he was going to have to tell that to I know, that's the horrible thing. Oh yeah, however, Kraus began to fret over whether he should tell her now or not and lost his words. Oh, fair, yeah, but even that was an answer. Oh, that's the worst. Yeah, that was an answer to these circumstances. I don't know about your mother. Damn. Let's pray for her safety. Oh yeah, yeah. For now, I'm just glad you're safe. Yeah. I understand. I'm sorry for asking. Oh god, Jessica's voice was filled with tears. Yeah, Kraus was certain now. Yeah. Jessica and the rest had heard everything, start to finish, after meeting up with Gorda and Kumasawa at the guest house. God, that's horrible. Yeah. God, yeah. Yeah, when they learned that 6 people were being killed. Oh yeah, definitely. They must have been anxious to rush over to the dining hall. Yeah. Luckily, he'd been able to call before they stormed off the map. Oh my god, if he hadn't been able to, that would be awful. No sign of hope whatsoever. Yeah. Kraus was relieved at this good timing during such a oh my god, I know, yeah. Oh god, yeah. We have Kirie-san and Dr. Nanjo, as well as Shannon and Kanon here. We've been locked in a place that looks like a dungeon, but don't worry. Yeah, I think it's really quite something that, you know, he's not even asking these people for help, because obviously he probably realises that it's futile. He's just making the most of the time he has to actually talk with these people, because let's be honest, it could be his last. A dungeon. Where? Yeah, we'll come and save you. No, this is the worst thing. They don't even know. Even though Jessica and Kraus have lived in this house for, you know, a lot of their life. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't figure out where this is either exactly though, yeah. It's very unlikely. Yeah, and even if it is under the dining hall, how do they get there? We think it might be under the dining hall, but that might not be true. Anyway, Jessica. Yeah, you must stay where you are. Yeah. Ooh, God, yeah, you've heard about what happened from Gorda and Kumasawa, yes? Yeah, grandfather. My God, I know. Everyone. Oh yeah, definitely, he will kill you. Yeah, grandfather isn't in a sane state of mind right now. Yeah, good one. If you encounter him, you'll be in danger. And the thing is, he has really big, really dangerous signs of strength. So, yeah, obviously, you will be screwed if you encounter him. Agreed. You might be killed. God, you mustn't even think about trying to come to save us. This is the worst thing, though. Where would they go? There were so many secret locations in this mansion. And, you know, there's the mansion, entirety of it, and there's the guest house. Where would they go? I mean, to be fair, because of the fact that it's a dungeon, you could potentially limit it to some sort of basement floor. But at the same time, where do you go? Genuinely. Yeah. We'll take care of ourselves. Good one. Then what should we do? Oh my God, I know. Yeah, and how dare you laugh at it as well. And what should we do? Damn you, grandfather. How dare you do that to Mum and the rest? Oh my God, I know. Understandable, I don't blame her. Oh god, you remember episode 3 with, you know, her and her suspicions towards, Eva. Jesus Christ, that was such an unpleasant fight, and it really just shows how, you know, the sanity of everybody had just completely deteriorated. I mean, my god.
ジェシカ、そんな言葉を使ったら母さんが悲しむぞ。
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Oh
my god, those aren't the words of it. Jesus Christ. God. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah. Anyway, put your own safety first. Yeah, good one. Yeah, lock all the guest house doors. No, but the only thing is, what if Kinzo actually comes while you're locking all the guest house doors? But you mustn't overestimate how safe that will make you. True, actually, yeah. Yeah, the large window in the first floor lounge might get broken. Oh, yeah, nice. Stay in your room and use the bed to make a barricade. What the fuck? There is a toilet and fridge in Jessica's room? Jesus Christ. I mean, I get that these people were rich, but I didn't realise they were that rich. Jesus, that's absurd. There's a toilet and fridge in there too, right? Yeah, you should be able to stay holed up until tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's a really good thing to say. Yeah, listen up, I'll say it again. Don't think of doing anything violent. Yeah, because obviously in a state like this, of course, that would be your only undying desire. But at the same time, you can't do that, because if you do, then not only will you... Look at Maria, for example, you know, trying to take revenge for what's actually happened to you. And, you know, just not only becoming more and more insane, but becoming more vulnerable to danger as well. Yeah, because taking revenge for the amount of, you know, horrible grief you have, it will provoke the enemy. Yeah, only think of hiding or getting through this without provoking our enemies. Yeah, good one. Even though they can literally teleport, I think that is. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I understand, Dad. Poor girl. After that, God, I took the phone. Yeah. I was firmly told to supervise the kids well as an adult. Yeah, good one. Yeah, he will. God, I was face covered in cold sweat. Jesus, that shows how stressful it is. Yeah, repeatedly replied, yes sir, in an excessively tense voice. Yeah, fair, yeah. Oh god, yeah. From there, Kiria took the receiver and spoke with Basilo. Yeah, and when Shannon and Connell got their turns, George and Jessica answered. Yeah. God damn, yeah, Nigel Following that pattern, Nanjo and Kumasawa picked up as well, so that all members of both sides took the receiver in turn. Oh yeah, confirming that everyone was safe from now, even if their location was unknown, and encouraging each other, coming to an understanding on the current situation for both sides. That's so nice. I mean, even though they have a really, really horrible situation that could potentially end in death, at least they are all in it together, and they are all as one, and, you know, potentially they are going to be able to be just a little bit safer because of the fact that, you know, they would have had the encouragement from their loved ones. I don't know though, it's not guaranteed whether that's going to make them safer. It'll make their mindset better though, and in a situation like this, mindset is key. So, yeah. Oh my god, I know, yeah, they wanted to talk forever, but now is not the time to chat. Yeah, Kraus explained that they will be hanging up for now, and those in the guest house consented. Yeah, good one, yeah, if anything happens, we'll call. Yeah, good one, wait by the phone so you can pick up quickly. Again, be careful. Definitely, yeah, you mustn't do anything. Agreed, yeah. Oh, poor Jessica, yeah. Yeah, and suppressing that desire must be so hard, but at the same time, do it for your mother. I suppose that's the only thing she's probably thinking. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, that's really good, yeah. As long as you and Kanon-kun and the others are okay, that's good enough for me. Yeah, we'll do our best. That's brilliant. Yeah, you too. My god. Stay safe. Yes, of course. Well then, I'm hanging up for now. Be on your guard. Yeah. Without the phone call ended. Well, I wonder what's going to happen now. Ooh. Yeah, they're going to lock every single part. Yeah, locking the doors, maybe locking the windows, I don't know. But at the same time, the windows can be broken through, so I'm not entirely sure about that. Gorda and the rest of the men quickly descended to the first floor. Yeah, closed the shutters and secured the sturdy locks on the doors. Good ones. Good one, even. Why did I say ones? Oh my... Holy motherfucking... That's really bad. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus. However, just as Kraus was worried, there was nothing that could be done about the beautiful wide window on the first floor. Yeah. Exactly, though. That's a real problem. If someone broke that, it would be easy to get inside. It wouldn't be hard for someone like Kinzo, who hadn't hesitated at committing murder. Oh, yeah, to invade the first floor. Agreed, yeah. Oh, they will be armed. They will be worse than armed. It's like it doesn't even matter where they hide. They will still be able to be killed just because of how powerful they are. You know, Gap can probably... All it takes is one pit from Gap, and boom, you're in the dungeon. It's likely the grandfather and his followers will be armed. True though, yeah. Yeah. Locking ourselves in our room is our best bet, and moreover, our only method of forming a barricade. Oh my god, yeah. It's painful that we have no choice but to hole up in a sealed room, but if our enemies are carrying guns, then that's the only method we have left to us. Yeah. Agreed, yeah. Yeah, I've heard that the Master has a collection of working guns. Yeah, the Winchester 45s. That's right, guns. That was a gun. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, he's just so irrational that, you know, he's not even considering the fact that everything could have potentially been impossibly caused by magic. You know, he's just making it so that it doesn't even add up, but at the same time it satisfies his stressed state, so yeah, of course he would make a theory about it being a gun. That's right, guns, that was a gun. If so, it must have been a horribly powerful gun.
とても太刀打ちはできません。
Agreed, yeah, that's like slug bullet levels of powerful. We can't contend with that at all.
頭を砕くなん
Yeah.
てすげえ威力だぜ。
Oh yeah. Yeah, it takes a lot of force to smash someone's head open,
マグナム
right?
弾とかそういう類のやつかもな。
Yeah, so it might be a magnum bullet or something like that.
下手な扉なら平気で貫通するかもしれねえな。
Agreed, though, that's the worst thing. So you barricade the ever-living fuck out of that door. That's what you do. Even so, would that actually do anything, though? I mean, it would do a bit, but at the same time, maybe it won't absorb all of the momentum that the bullet has. Who knows?
"だとすれば、ますますに部屋に籠城するべきだね。
Okay, yeah, definitely, yeah. If so, then that's even more of a reason to hold out in our room. Yeah.
ベッドを立てかけて、窓も塞ごう。
Yeah, block any wall as well. Let's slide the bed in place and block the windows.
そこまですれば、いくら銃を持っていても踏み込むことはできないはず。
Fair enough. But at the same time, I'm still thinking that they could potentially fire shots through the wall. They could potentially shoot through the wall and then aim so that they can kill, you know, anybody who's there from, you know, just firing at the wall. To be fair, it probably would be really, really strong walls like these. I mean, they are walls of a mansion, but at the same time, I'm sorry, if a bullet can literally, you know, strike half of a human head open, then it could potentially go through a wall, I would have thought. I don't know, though. If it can go through a door without problem, then maybe it could go through a wall, maybe it couldn't. But at the same time, I mean, what if it hits the steel that's reinforcing the wall? I wonder. Or just any metal that does it. No, I don't know, it kind of depends. I don't know, it doesn't really matter, but it could in theory happen. I know, yeah. Yeah, what if they actually break the defense? They're going to be completely screwed. Crap, all we can do is this passive one-sided defense.
うちの親父に上等を決めてくれて、
Oh
比
god,
例さんまで
I know.
捕まえたなんて。
Yeah, it's just horrible that they have done things that are this horrible, and yet they aren't actually able to, you know, get any form of revenge. And they just have to fall victim to it, really. Yeah, all we can do is this passive one-sided defense. Damn it, dealing a finishing blow to Dad, and even capturing
こ
Kia.
いつは高くつくぞ。クソじじいめ。
Yeah, that's gonna cost you, you damn geezer. You're a geezer, innit? You're a bloody geezer. Battler using British slang, let's go. Or from Japanese, but okay. Oh my god, impossible. There's no way we can compete with them.
しかも親方様だけでなく手下も何人も
Besides, it's not just the master, he has his underlings too.
あるいはあんな連中がもっといるかも
Exactly, yeah, there might be more, even
あ
more.
いつらは一体何なんだ
Yeah, just what are they? And it is really interesting that this is the realistic truth, let's be honest here. And yet Gorda, you know, he's not even hesitating about saying it. He's just so terrified that he doesn't even think about these other people. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Basileia was filled to the brim with the urge to get revenge for Rudolph. Yeah, that's tricky, that really is. Yeah, and to rush out of here to save Kirie. Oh, yes, good. I'm happy that he can realise that. But just by looking at how terrified Gorda was, there was no doubt in him that this would be reckless. Yes. Oh my god, oh yeah. Yeah, the fact that George is actually keeping composed, I mean, obviously it's not uncharacteristic for George, but still. Yeah, it's got to be hard for you too, right, Aniki? I know, and I mean, if anything, it's even worse for George, because, you know, both of his fucking parents have died. It's got to be hard on you too, right, Aniki? And yet you've got to stay holed up here, damn it. Yeah. Of course, I'm torn up about it too. Yeah, it's not like I can remain calm with both of my parents murdered. Yeah, fair enough. Being calm has never been more important, because if you're calm, you live. If you're not calm, you die. If you're calm, you probably die, but at the same time, there's less chance of it happening. Specifically because of that, I have to remain calm. Yeah, that's a good side to the debate. Yeah. Do you think our dead parents would want us to die in vain? Yeah, there's no way they would. Yeah, agreed. They want for at least their children to escape. So I will survive. Oh, yeah, nice. That is interesting. I do wonder if he will actually be able to do so. Yeah, so I will survive, and I'll report this to the police and uncover everything. I don't really think people like Gap are going to be, you know, very susceptible to human courts, but okay. I'll leave my enemies to the courts. Yeah, fair, that is my revenge. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's no way our parents would want us to die for taking revenge. God, he is so rational. Yeah, it's just interesting to think that, you know, the time where their emotions could potentially erupt and have the highest potential to is also the time where they should stay the most careful because of that very fact. The fact that you can realise that, that's the best thing. And obviously thinking, would your parents actually want you to die in, you know, such a horrible, horrible state as well? In vain as well. God, he is finding it so hard to stay composed. But follow. Yeah, good one. You're right. Agreed. It's just as you say. Oh my god, I know. Damn it, you old bastards. What's this about a ceremony? Yeah. Don't let that arsehole carry it out. Good one. If we're supposed to be sacrifices for something like that, then we'll escape no matter what it takes, ruining this precious ritual of yours. That's right. God, fair, yeah. Besides, you still have Kirie-san, Batara-kun. Yeah, that's nice that he can feel that. And Jessica still has Kanon. And Kraus as well. Jessica's kind of fared the best, to be honest. And I still have Shannon. Yeah. Anyway, let's be cautious and wait for our chance. Maybe. Yeah, I don't even think that's true, but at the same time... Well, wait, no, hang on a second. I didn't... Well, mental harm, obviously, because of the fact that they won't be there. But, yeah, it will also... I suppose... it won't really lead to any physical harm, but it will lead to mental harm, which is more important probably in a time like this. Hostages, huh?
でもじい様はきっとキリエさんたちを生贄にするために
That's the
捕らえた
worst
わけだろう
thing. But at the same time, at least he can try to at least they can try to escape. But at the same time, if they do escape, that's the worst question. Like, what is actually going to happen to the people who aren't sacrifices? Genuinely, that is actually quite a good point that I have mentioned. If they escape as the people who were previously the sacrifices, is there going to be a new selection of sacrifices? And could them escaping potentially put people like Battler and George at risk? I do wonder. And do keep in mind, there were 2 extra sacrifices that should have been killed anyway, so yeah, could be. I don't know. But grandfather captured them so we could use them as sacrifices, right?
俺たちが助けなきゃ殺されるのを待つだけじゃないのか
Yeah, that is understandable, but at the same time, yeah, but of course he's not going to think like I did. Yeah, because obviously that's just too cruel for somebody actually in the family to think like that. I can think like this with an outsider perspective, but if I was in this situation, no way would I want to think about that, because obviously my life would potentially be in danger if I did. If we don't go and save them, then we are just waiting for them to get killed.
彼らが捕らえられている地下牢がどこにあるかもわからない。
Yeah, we don't even know where the dungeon they're being held in is.
シャノンもカノン君も、もちろんゴーダさんも熊沢さんも知らなかった。
Nobody did, no. Shannon and Konon didn't know about it, and of course, Gorda-san and Kumasawa-san didn't know either.
おじい様だけしか知らない秘密の場所にある可能性が極めて高い。
Yeah. The possibility that they're in a secret location that only grandfather knows of is incredibly high.
そんな状況下でうろうろと歩き回るのは自殺行為だよ。
True. Yeah, under these circumstances, aimlessly wandering about would be practically suicidal. I like that, and I think he has a really rational approach, and, you know, the fact that, you know, some of his family members are there, and he doesn't have the temptation to, you know, it doesn't defy all odds. It's so impressive. But at the same time, I kind of get the impression that that's, you know, obviously that temptation is made easier to be possible because of the fact that his parents haven't died. I don't know, that's just kind of what I feel. No, sorry, because of the fact that his parents aren't actually there and they've already been killed. I feel like if his parents were killed, maybe he would have that temptation, but I don't know, it's hard to tell with George. Maybe he'd be really composed about it. I understand. By the way, they should stop talking here. They really, really need to get a move on, because what if somebody comes in through the window or anything happens? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, that's horrible. And obviously, defying the temptation of actually saving your loved ones. I mean, my God, I can't imagine how awful that must be. You know, obviously, because it's your life or their life, potentially. Yeah. I understand, but still, damn it, you saying the only thing we can do is stay confined here until something happens. Better than dying, though. Batara-sama, I understand how you feel, but let's put safety first. Yes. From what Cross-sama said, they seem to be in a fairly old cell. I hope so, I really, really do. And they may be able to break the bars somehow. Agreed. Yeah, the wise choice of action is now to believe in them and wait.
おじい様の手下が何人もいて、みんな武装しているんだよね。
Yeah, that's true. Grandfather has a number of subordinates, and they're all armed, correct? Yes, he does. And they're probably... Yes, agreed. Yeah, and they're probably all armed. They are, yeah. You can never escape them, that's the worst thing. Gorda had been able to say that Kinzo had been comrades with him. Yeah, but he hadn't been able to mention that they were mostly young women, like witches. Oh my God, I know who had used strange magic to murder. Oh yeah, understandable, yeah, because obviously that is just the question of whether you are seeing things or not, and whether you really are mentally okay if that's actually happening to you. Yeah, if he had said that, it would only have cast doubt on his sanity. No, not only that, he himself still couldn't understand what he had seen. Fair, was doubting his own sanity. That's understandable, yeah. But regardless of sex or appearance, regardless of gap, yeah, regardless of whether it was done with magic or a gun, the fact those girls had followed Kinzo's orders. Oh my god, I know, yeah, and killed 6 people in an instant was an unshakable truth. I think it's really, really good that Gorda didn't actually tell these people about this, because obviously, at least spend the last few moments of your life in hope. Hope that you could potentially escape this. Because let's be honest, I feel this is a really hopeless situation. And the fact that Gorda doesn't actually know what's actually happening himself and finding it hard to comprehend and obviously doubting his own sanity, I feel this could actually be a good thing. Because if he did genuinely tell these people what was going on, then yeah, I don't think that would be very good for their well-being. I mean, Jessica, my god. Yeah. If that group came to attack the guest house as well. Oh yeah, instant death. Yeah, what would happen? Just closing the doors and window like this was... I know, but at least it makes them feel better. I mean, they're going to die anyway, so at least prolong the time they're going to live for, and also make it so that, you know, you can just be in comfort until your death, really. But I agree, it is meaningless. I think it's still better to do than nothing. I don't know. Gorda and Kumasawa. Oh my god, yeah, the only thing left for those two who had witnessed that massacre in the dining hall. Jesus, I know, that is understandable. Surprising for Kumasawa as well, because obviously what happened beforehand was, you know, Warugiria had literally, in episode 3, she had literally been, you know, killed. I don't know what's actually happened, because when she was near the 7 Sects of Purgatory, she had disappeared, and in place, Warugiria had actually appeared, which is really, really odd. Maybe Warugiria was actually teleporting her somewhere, or somehow swapping locations with her or something, I don't know. Yeah, it was the cradle. But at the same time, I'm saying that, judging by the fact that she doesn't actually have any idea about what she's seen here, could that potentially mean that, you know, that stuff with Warugiria wasn't actually due to her own will in episode 3? I wonder.
Kumasawa-san, 大丈夫?
Oh god, yeah, Kumasawa-san, are you okay?
お茶飲む?
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, the real Maria. Want some tea?
ありがとうございますね。ありがとうございます。
God, I mean, it's horrible. Even hearing the Kumasawa, you know, just obviously finding it so hard to keep her terror in, really. Thank you very much, thank you.
申し訳ございませんが、しばらくそっとしていただけます
God, yeah, fair enough. You would never see Kumasawa normally asking that. I'm sorry, but may I be left in my thoughts for a little while? Yeah, definitely. Maria tried to be nice, but it seemed that Kumasawa still hadn't been able to clear away her confusion.
マリア、気を使ってくれてありがとう。
I know, it is nice of her, it really is. Yeah, Maria, thanks for being so considerate.
熊沢さんは休ませてやってくれ。
Yeah, let's let Kumasawa-san rest for now.
おー。
Oh my god, I know. Yeah. Jessica was also worried about the shock those two must have received after witnessing such a tragedy. Oh yeah, it must be unimaginable. Yeah, definitely, but her wildest dreams couldn't even come close to the unbelievable scene that Kumasawa had witnessed. Yeah, definitely. Nevertheless, with her mother murdered and her father captured. Oh my god, I know. It must just be... I can't imagine a state like that. I mean, you must just be in constant stress. You must be, you know, thinking a million things a second, and, you know, it must just be so hard to actually be composed. It would be impossible if I was in this situation. God, it's just so impressive they haven't, you know, gone mad with fear, which a lot of people would, let's be honest here. She sealed her anxiety and sadness using... Yeah, fair. Using her anger towards Kinzo, and walked irritatedly around the room. Yeah, fair.
Kumasawa-san.
Kumasawa-san.
母さんは
Oh, God. Is Mom really dead? She is, though. That's the worst thing. Oh, yes.
あんなひどい死に方を私は
Oh my God. I know.
見たことがありませんとも。
I mean, obviously this is honest, but Jesus Christ. Jessica, you know, realising that, you know, her mother has died, you know, she may not have had the best relationship with her mother, but still, you know, they loved each other, and for a person that has been loved as a mother to die in the most horrible way, it's just, it's awful. It really, it's so unbelievably brutal. Oh. Is it possible that she's still alive? Oh God, that's horrible. And that if we fix her up, no, we could save her. Yeah, but obviously, you know, I think if you're in a situation like this, of course you would just latch onto any hope whatsoever, as irrational as they may be. Oh God, that must be hard for us to say.
頭が
Yeah,
あんなことに
definitely,
なって生きていられるわけが
such a hard truth.
ありません。
Yeah, God, it's not possible for a person to have something like that done to their head and live. Yeah. God.
そりゃそうだぜ。
Yeah, you're right.
頭が砕けちまったら
I know, it's just such deadly killings that first aid would do nothing. There's no need for it. I see what she means.
手当てなんて必要ねえよな。
Oh my God, I know. Yeah, once your head's smashed. Usually. Yeah. When Guarda had come flying into the guest house. Oh my God, wow. I mean, obviously he is really, really overcome with his stress, but at the same time I feel this is a really deadly thing to be doing to, for example, people like Jessica. I mean, obviously saying about the truth of the murder may actually be good because it will tell her how, you know, little of a hope there is to revive or, you know, help her parents. And though, I mean, that is one of the most brutal things, at least, you know, that's another outlet of, you know, betrayal that is prevented, I suppose. But I don't know, it's still so horrible. I mean, yeah, it's just the fact that you can say a truth like this and it can, you know, have this much of an effect. It really is just, it's warped. It really is. And that's just the worst thing. These people have literally, you know, she's literally lost her parent, but she still can't, she still has to live in fear. She still can't mourn properly. And that's the worst thing. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. Except for the part about witches and magic, which they themselves still couldn't believe. In other words, he hadn't even sugarcoated the cold-blooded way in which Natsuki and the other... Yeah, that is brutal. Yeah, that's horrible. I mean, it's good and bad. but I think it's more bad than good, to be honest. Oh, yeah, I know, because obviously that is just, you know, such an absurdly big scar on these people. It was too late now, but Kumasawa regretted the fact that they'd obviously said too much. Yeah. However, while lightly shaking her head and with a slightly painful laugh, Jessica spoke.
いや、むしろ話してくれたおかげで冷静になれたぜ。
Surprising. Wonder why. Actually, thanks to what you told us, I was able to stay level-headed.
頭を砕かれちまったってところを伏せられてたら。
Oh yeah, she'd probably be just totally drunk with the hope of, you know, making it so that she is convincing herself that Natsuhi can be revived. If you'd avoided mentioning the part about her head being
私は
smashed.
ひょっとすると生きてるかもしれないって言って。
Yeah, that's horrible. Fair enough. Yeah, I would have thought that
屋
she
敷
might
へ
still be
向かい
alive.
じい様にて食わして。
Ooh,
す
yes,
ると
agreed.
殺されてたか
Yeah.
もしれない。
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. Then I would have run off to the mansion, towards the mansion, met grandfather, and I might have gotten killed. Yes, I don't disagree. Might have. No, you would have.
一末の希望が命取りになった可能性だってあ
Fully
るわけ
agreed.
さ。
Yeah, yeah. That sliver of hope could have been fatal in the end.
その意味では
So I'm
感謝して
grateful.
るよ。
Yeah. I mean, my god,
申し
look
訳
at
ございません。
episode 3. Yeah, I'm truly sorry. My god, I know. To be able to tell somebody that, it's horrible. It's probably one of the worst things somebody could go through. One of the most guilt-ridden times.
言葉をあまりに選ばなかったことはお詫びします。
I'm so sorry we didn't choose our words more carefully. Oh no, they couldn't. They were in such a state of panic and terror that, you know, the pure, hard truth has to come out. Don't worry about that
母
now.
さんはもうどうしようもないけど、
Oh, yes, true. Yeah.
父さんはまだ生きてる。
Don't worry about that now. There's nothing we can do for Mum, but Dad's still alive.
カノン君もシャノンもキリエおばさんも南條先生もね。
It's good to think that even though... No, but the only thing that's horrible, these people are going to be made into sacrifices eventually, let's be honest. But at the same time, at least they are, without any hesitation, trying their hardest to escape, though. That's the good thing. Kanon-kun and Shannon, and Aunt Kiria and Dr. Nanjo
なん
too.
とか彼らを助けたいし、彼らに負担をかけないためにも余計なことをするべきではない。
Agreed, yeah. I want to save them somehow, so we shouldn't do anything unnecessary that might make things worse for them. Yeah.
電話の前で待機してることが今は一番の協力になるかもしれないし。
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, the most helpful thing we can do right now might be to wait by the phone. They might receive a phone call asking them to create a diversion while the others escaped. Yeah. Yeah, fair, you never know. Or the others might discover their location and call for rescue. Jessica understood that in order to act promptly when that time came, the only thing they could do for the time being was to wait in this room. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, everybody's back. Yeah, good. I'm actually really happy that they didn't actually have some sort of risky situation potentially happen when they were, you know, getting all of the doors shut. Sorry, hold up a sec. Right. I really do wonder if they received another phone call, what would actually be said. Could you imagine if they actually come out of this dungeon and they just realise that they're in the middle of the forest and they have no means of, you know, finding a path back to the mansion and they just have to guess? Because that could in theory happen. Yeah. Oh, good one. Each was holding various objects. Oh, yeah, brilliant, yeah. George had things like drinks, canned food, crackers, and other types of snacks he had found in the lounge and a storage room. Oh, yeah, brilliant, yeah, as well as a first aid kit. They're all consumables that would be essential during a siege. God. Wow. Yeah, Gorda. This house really is prepared for anything. Gorda had a large folding ladder and carpentry tool. Random. Are those to block the door? Ah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's a nice move. Wow. Yeah, Gorda had a large folding ladder and carpentry tools. Those were to seal the door from the inside just in case. If it came to it, the ladder was for escaping out of the window. Oh, yeah, my God, yeah, such an urgent situation that they would actually have to jump out of the window. Battle had brought up objects that could be used as edged weapons or poles. Why are we having hopeful, well, dead angle? Why are we having this song? And in addition to the obvious kitchen knife, there was a disassembled table leg that could be used as a club. That's hilarious. And a pole roughly the size of a person. Which is apparently made by taking apart a hat stand. I love that. Even though the pole had no point. Yeah, that is fair. Yeah, it could surely be used like a spear. Fair enough. I love Battler's expression there. Such a, not really a devilish, but a crafty one. There was a good chance that their enemies had guns, so it was dubious whether these would be of any agreed, yeah, but at the same time, you could in theory make somebody unconscious if you, for example, you know, wedge the pole at them. But it was still better than not having them, and if having these could give them at least a little peace of mind, then they'd be useful for their calming effect. True. Yes. Yeah, nice one. Then the bed and sofa were placed up against the door, barricading it. They should have. They didn't go as far as to seal it up with nails. They shouldn't. Understandable. Yeah, very understandable. Yeah, there was still a chance that Kraus and the others would escape and come up to meet them. Yeah, nice. They had apparently set up a barricade on top of the stairs as well. Brilliant. Yeah, that's good. It had been set up in a way that would create a racket, so it would serve as a warning alarm as well. Yeah, that's smart. Yeah, there are a lot of places that you can hide in this room, i.e. look at... Well, these beds are going to be used for the barricade. Well, the mattresses are, definitely. Not sure about the beds themselves, but yeah. Well, there are going to be beds, there are going to be, you know, sofas, stuff like that, that's actually used to barricade the door. So, I'm sure they're, despite, you know, loads of beds being used to barricade the door, there probably still are going to be places that can be, you know, good for hiding stuff in. Yeah, Battler's got good thinking. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, make it so that no sound whatsoever can actually reach, you know, a potential opponent. Yeah, for that reason they turned the TV off. Yeah, good one, yeah. This way, if the first floor window were to be broken, they would hear. We would hear even. Oh, they would hear. Why? Yeah, once the switch had been turned. Yeah, fair enough, actually. All that was left was an eerie silence. What are we going to get now? Oh, it looks like we're... Oh my god, yeah. Sound of violent wind and rain. They're going to have to spend the whole night being crushed by such a... Yeah, that's the worst thing. I mean, obviously, they can in theory do it. I don't think it's impossible to do it, even if, you know, they don't actually make it out of this alive. But at the same time, it is quite scary to think what is actually going to happen, because Kinzo wants to see all of these kids because of the fact that he wants to make one of them the head potentially, and he wants to, you know, interview them or test them or do something that would prove whether they're worthy of the headship. So there is going to be some sort of means he is going to have of breaking in there, I feel. I don't know, and that's the kind of scary thing. Kinzo can summon, he can use Gap, so he can in theory teleport there anyway. I don't know though. Yeah, that is interesting. No sound whatsoever. It must be horrible, stuff like that, yeah. No, it won't. Well, it would, to be fair, but still, the boat will come tomorrow morning. Oh my god, I know, yeah. Yeah, however, judging by the weather report, most of tomorrow was going to be covered in the typhoon, and the boat probably wouldn't come. Yeah, and the worst thing is, you know, you have like maybe over 20 hours left in this. Well, not even that. You have blimmin' 26 hours left. It's, well, no, 25 now. It's probably nearly 11. Maybe it's even half 11. So I say 24.5 at the very most. The typhoon was set to pass by in the morning for the day after tomorrow. Sorry. Yeah, in other words, the boat will be arriving in the morning after next. Yeah, definitely the morning of October 6th. And right now, yeah, it was late at night on October 4th. It's a day. Oh my god, I know, in this very room. Yeah, no sunlight, no nothing. Yeah, they would have to spend more than 30 hours on this island. Oh my god, I know. Yeah, it's really, really scary to think that, you know, it's just such an unrealistic time frame. And I really do wonder what's actually going to happen, because they are totally cornered. They can't do anything. So I really do wonder, you know, how Kinzo is going to make his move. Beatrice and Battler, I want to see their logic battles as well. Yeah, they would have to spend more than 30 hours on this island with Kinzo turned cold-blooded murderer and his weird companions prowling about. Yeah, quite literally, yeah. Right. Even with the shutters closed, there would definitely be a little bit of light seeping out. Oh my god, yeah, fair, yeah. Yeah, that's bad. Yeah, it might let the enemy know that they were hiding. That is bad. No, but the only thing is that's even worse. What if the enemy sneak up on them somehow? Battler suggested that it might be best to turn off the lights. Oh yeah, understandable. Yeah. It cannot be more ominous than that. Yeah, but they had already been overwhelmed by a ghastly feeling that from turning the TV off. Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't anyone who directly challenged this proposal, but then again, there wasn't a single other person who agreed with it. Yeah. Oh no, don't tell me that Maria's gonna have a tantrum. Please, no, we can't watch TV. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, but you'll have to bear with it. Yeah, exactly. We can't just let the sounds of the enemy breaking in slip by. Oh, she sounds pissed off. Fair enough. Boring. Yep. She's gonna have 30 hours of pain. Yeah, that's interesting. And that is really, really interesting. Now, all of the stuff about Maria not caring about the fact that her mother has literally been killed, it makes sense. And it does in episode 1 as well. It really, really does. And it's interesting that, you know, in these situations, you kind of get the impression that, you know, like when she was talking about her wish to go to the Golden Land, for example, you know, she wishes to be acquainted with her mother that wasn't possessed by what she thought was, you know, a bad witch who was just taking her over. No, it was in reality the true... It's interesting that her true form, her true colours as a parent can actually be interpreted, you know, just as a bad witch, really. Yeah, that's interesting. She's only 9 to be fair, but still, that is surprising. She just seemed to be upset that the TV had been turned off. That is very convenient, though. Oh my god, I know, yeah. Even though she's in such a bizarre situation, can she not share in our sense of danger? No, I don't think so. No way. Is it because she's so young? To Basilar, even this faintly unsettling feeling from such a young girl made him sense that there was something very... Ah, yeah, ironic that. Yeah, very eerie about Maria. Yeah, there is. I wonder what that is. Oh, this is going to be interesting. That said... Oh, fuck, we've already done all we can. Yeah, definitely. I do wonder what they're actually going to do in pursuit of continuing. Yeah, that said, we've already done all we can. Do you think we'll be able to do anything about the part? Oh, yeah, I wonder. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's bad. Unfortunately, they're tougher than expected. No, I see that, yeah. I don't know when these were made, but there's no problem with their lifetime guarantee. No, I see that. These truly were built rather well. Kiria chuckled softly. Oh my god, I know, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, they had no moves they could make, but she had calmed just a little.
さながらここは取られた駒を置く駒置き場ですな。
This place is just like the capture pile of a chess game.
打つ手はもはやありませんか。
Oh yeah, no, I see that. So are there no remaining moves left to us? Yeah, that is actually really quite interesting. Yeah, I see that analogy. I like it. Yeah. Not yet. Yeah, I like that she doesn't directly refuse it. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's still too early to give up. Oh, that's good. That's actually really quite interesting. So, you know, obviously we've seen this loads of times from, for example, Battler. You know, a bad thought is just as if... And Angie as well, I swear. Interesting that it originally comes from Kirie. I will try to look out for that catchphrase next time. But I've heard Battler and Angie say it, I swear to God. I love that.
だな。
Yeah,
チ
exactly.
ェスの駒置き場に意味はないが、将棋ならば大きな意味を持つこともある。
Yeah, chess pieces in the capture pile may serve no purpose, but in shogi, they can be quite significant.
駒置き場の一枚の歩が相手にプレッシャーを与えることだってあるはずだ。
Oh, fair enough. Just one captured pawn should be able to put pressure on the opponent. Yeah, that is interesting.
なるほど。
I see. Yeah, because the thing is, even though they are captured, they could potentially still put pressure on the opponent because of the fact that they could escape, in theory. They cannot give up, like they said.
しかしこの鉄格子はどうしようも。
True though, yeah. But still, there's nothing that can be done about these bars.
私たちにはね。
For us, maybe.
でもここの場所を特定し合田さんに連絡することができれば
Yeah, that is
助けに来てもらう
understandable.
ことはできるかも。
That is actually really quite understandable, but at the same time, I don't understand how they would figure out where it is. Yeah, for us, maybe. But if we can figure out where this is and contact Gorda-san, he might be able to come and save us.
なるほど。
I see.
しかし合田さんに危険を強いることになりま
God,
す
it
な。
would, to be fair, yeah. But at the same time, it doesn't exactly look like this prison is guarded. So, yeah, I do wonder if he could potentially do it. But at the same time, it would, no matter what happens. Because you don't know whether it's guarded or not. But that would mean putting Gorda-san in danger.
その場合、成人男性が不在になる
Oh,
ゲ
yes.
ストハウスのお子さんたちも不安です。
Yeah, and if that happens, I would also be worried about the children in the guest house alone without a full-grown adult male. Yeah, fair. Yeah.
リスクを恐れるなら事態が好転するまで塩漬けにするのも悪くない。
When you're afraid of risk, it's alright to bide your time until the price starts to go up. Yeah. I like that, yeah.
もっとも損切りを恐れれば紙切れ同然になるかもしれんがね。
However, if you're too afraid to cut your losses, you might end up with just a
我
scrap
々
of
の
paper.
命がだが。
Oh my god, yeah. In this case, that represents our lives. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. If you're too afraid to risk, basically, you will die. If you're too afraid to actually... Yeah, that is interesting. If Gorda's actually too afraid to risk his life and risk anything to actually catch them and potentially get them out, then that could potentially be not only risking... That could be risking their lives. I see what he's saying. Yeah, fair enough, and our dignity as parents, right?
私たちで何とかするからおとなしくしていなさいって偉そうに電話してその下の根も乾かないうちに助けを求めるなんて。
That's a really, really good thought, yeah. Yeah, I like that. And our dignity as parents, right? After talking big like that during the telephone call, telling them that they should behave because we'll manage something on our own. Yeah, we can't just start asking for help right away.
実に
I
かっ
agree.
こ悪いわね。
That would be very uncool. Yeah,
こ
I
の
don't
後に
disagree.
及んではくだらんプライドなどとっくに紙切れだ。
Yeah, that is fair. But at this point, I've long since thrown out such useless pride.
知恵を絞ろうじゃないか。
Why don't we put our heads
ここ
together?
はどこなんだ。
Yeah, where is this?
本当に食堂の真下なのだろうか。
Yeah, I know, that is the hardest question. Is it really underneath the dining hall?
それとも屋敷とは異なる別の場所だろうか。
Or else, is it a different place, separate from the mansion? I don't know, I kind of feel like that could be a possible answer. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Kraus, Kiria, and Nanjo began to discuss this further. Yeah. Ooh. Oh god, yeah, this is such a weird image. And I do find it interesting that this is taken from outside the bars. We've never actually seen the bars that are outside. Could that be potentially indicative of the fact that somebody is there? Ooh, that's very fucking scary if that's the case. Kind of was squatting by the bars, silently trying to sense anyone's presence. Yeah, just to see it been ordered. Very, very composed. Shonon came close to him, and they both squatted down together.
気配は感じるの？
Do you sense anyone? Yeah.
こちらに意識は向けていないけれど。
Oh
比較的
my
近くに
god.
誰かいる。
Who? They haven't focused their attention in this direction, but there's somebody relatively close. Oh my
それは
god.
人間？
Is it human?
ヤギたちだと思う。
Oh my god, that is not good whatsoever. What the fuck? No, the second the goats get them, they're dead. They are absolutely dead. Oh my god. I think it's the goats.
あいつらの吐息は実に賑やかだよ。
Yeah, their breathing is... Oh my god, that's horrible. It's interesting that he actually knows of this truth, but at the same time he can't say it, because if he does, then, you know, he could potentially be really, really screwed. Because of the fact that everyone will just go into a complete uproar if they realise the severity of their enemy. Oh my god, that is scary. Yeah, I don't think this is in any sort of... I don't know, it's really, really hard to tell where they actually are. I'm really confused because of the phone call and also because of the fact that, you know, the watches are still ticking and they have actually shown an adequate time and they're still moving. It's hard to tell whether this is in a place that's actually inside the mansion or if it's somewhere else. It's just really weird that goats are, you know, literally heard by him. I do wonder why. God. Oh, it's really surprising. Oh, that really is surprising. Connor's ability to sense the presence of others was several levels above that of a human. What? Oh my god, I know, yeah. That's absurd. He said that their breathing was noisy, but Krause and the others, Krause and the rest couldn't even pick up the slightest hint of it. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah, therefore, if he had obediently reported it, they would have merely doubted Connon's ears. Agreed, yeah.
捕まっちゃったね。
They got us, didn't they?
珍しいよ。
It's rare.
殺されないで捕まるなんて。
I know, I agree, it's never happened before. It genuinely never has happened. So what is the motive behind it, I wonder? Is it just to kill them in order, really? For the sacrifices, for the Twilights? I don't know. To think that they captured us without killing us.
今回はベアトリーチェ様がお越しにならないし。
Hang on a second, what? This time? What the fuck? This time, Beatrice-sama didn't make an appearance.
親方様が書斎を出られるし。
Fair enough, and the master left his study.
何が何だかわかんないね。
I don't have a clue what's going on. You could have said 2 less words. Well, you could have not said the sentence and I wouldn't be completely suspicious. What the hell? How does she know that it changes every single time? This shows severe magical connotations. Do they literally remember the worlds? And are they kind of like Dika in Higurashi? You know, they restart the worlds. Oh my god. Sorry, Higurashi spoiler. But like, are they like Dika and Higurashi where they just completely restart the worlds after, you know, they die? And they, you know, retain their memories of the fragments every single time. Well, okay, I mean, Dika didn't really, apart from, you know, I suppose Miyotsukushi, I don't know. But, yeah. That's so interesting, though. Yeah, there is so much more to these servants than we know, like, genuinely.
わかるさ。
Yeah, this is interesting. They are really, really just telling how ridiculously different it is to everything. I know.
何が起ころうと変わろうと、すべてあの魔女の気まぐれと余興。
Yeah, I don't disagree whatsoever. What happens or changes, it's all for that which is fickle entertainment. Yeah, you destroy lives for entertainment. It's horrible. It's more than horrible, it's despicable. Whatever happens or changes, it's all for that which is fickle entertainment.
結果は何も変わらないのさ。
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in the end, nothing will change.
今回は黄金鏡に行けるかな。
Yeah, I wonder if we'll be able to go to the Golden Land this time. That's a lie.
さあね。
Who knows?
僕たちは脱落率が高いから。
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. The fact that they are here shows a really low possibility. We have a high rate of losing.
そういえば、二人で第一の番を生き延びたのってずいぶん珍しいね。
That's understandable, actually, because obviously, first time we had Shannon being killed, second time we had Shannon and Kanon. Kanon was killed with Jessica, and Shannon was killed... Oh, when was she killed in episode 2? I swear she was killed right at the end. Yeah, she was. She was killed really, really far in. Which was the matter with Shannon? Obviously, episode 3, she was one of the first to die. When did she die in episode 2? Oh my god. Oh my god, how can I forget? Oh, that was the brilliant killing. Beatrice. Oh my god, I will never forget how bloody insane Beatrice was with her jealousy about love as well. My god. Oh, that was really quite something. Yeah, and her... Oh my god. Yeah, Shannon and George. God, that was a brilliant moment. They were in Nutty's room. They were trying to... what were they trying to do? Oh, yeah. I didn't even mean to do that. They were trying to find the mirror that had anti-magical power that they could potentially use as a little bit of a saviour from Beatrice, really. And that was in pursuit of, you know, defending themselves against her. But obviously it didn't work. They didn't find the mirror in time.
I see
that, yeah. I get the feeling that it's incredibly unusual for us to be able to talk together like this, even though the ceremony has already begun. Yeah, I see that, yeah. Yeah, that may be. Yeah, fair. That's the answer for everything. Any motive for the crimes, genuinely. Any epitaph killing. That is the answer. It's interesting that they've been in such a state of danger that they've not even had time to comprehend the motives. And obviously because of Kinzo being insane. Yeah, that may be, but even that's just for the witch's entertainment, I'll bet. Yeah, that's understandable. I can't think of it as anything other than her letting us live just a little longer to ridicule us, since we usually drop out right in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to tell, but I think it's very unlikely. I wonder if we'll be unable to reach the Golden Land again. I'm sure we won't make it there. Yeah, agreed, yeah, fair. Yeah, if we hold on to any foolish hope, we'll get taken advantage of again. That's right. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because obviously Kanon could defeat Lucifer, but yeah, then when Beatrice had made... There was something that Beatrice had done to twist it so that all the Seven Sects of Purgatory could, you know, fight him validly. Last time you got taken advantage of, didn't you? Yeah. I'm an idiot. Yeah, Kanon made a sour look and turned his head. Shannon laughed softly and apologetically leaned towards his shoulder. Oh my god, yeah, same, yeah, but I'm glad my lady is safe. And George as well, my god. But that is true. Yeah, it's really hopeless to think that, you know, it could potentially happen. I just find it interesting that the Servants know so much more than they're letting on, though, genuinely. Yeah, she's only escaped from the first twilight. True. Yeah, that's the worst thing. It is interesting that the more you know about this situation, the more cruel you find it, because obviously every single hope that these naive people have of living, you know, is just completely shattered when you actually know the truth. She's only escaped from the first twilight. She might just be waiting for an even cooler death later on. What about you, Nea-san? Yeah, aren't you glad George-sama's safe? Yeah. It would be nice if you two could reach the Golden Land together. Thank you. Yeah, I wish the same for you and Milady as well. I wasn't hoping for anything like that. A little bit embarrassing. Is this as you say? Yeah, that is interesting. That is fair. Yeah, the witch is only having fun, dangling prizes in front of people and watching them vainly try to get them. Yeah, like, for example, here, you know, any promise of escape, like, you know, the phone as well, that's a really, really good example of, you know, just a complete mockery of potential hope, really. Yeah.
どうせ誰も黄金鏡に行けやしな
Oh
い。
yeah, I agree. I'm sure no one will be able to go to the Golden Land.
僕がお嬢様と黄金鏡にたどり着きたいと願ってしまったなら、
If I wish to reach the Golden Land with my lady,
あいつはそれこそ面白がって絶対に僕たちをたどり着かせたりはしないさ。
I agree. Yeah, then that person will find it funny and will say, God, he doesn't even say her name. Yeah, we'll find it funny and will suddenly never let us reach that place.
そうだね。
Yeah, you're right. And it's just interesting, you know, somebody with... I mean, obviously Shannon doesn't really have much of a faith of Beatrice whatsoever, but, you know, she was actually trusting in Beatrice beforehand, but, yeah, now she's just totally seen through her. And, you know, everything regarding her true intentions with her, you know, that butterfly brooch that she gave her and George, to have a love that so obviously couldn't happen to, and enjoy watching it crumble, but it didn't. Yeah. She's totally seen through her. Oh.
ベアトリーチェ様はより面白くなるように
Yeah, I
生
know,
贄の
yeah.
順番を考えてる。
It's horrible that you can play with human lives so much that, you know, this is something that you can think about. Beatrice somewhere is thinking about which order of sacrifices would be the most interesting.
無作為に選んでるなんて大嘘だ。
The whole thing about them being chosen at random is just a blatant lie.
あのペテン師魔女め。
Yeah, that swindling
どう
witch.
せ黄金鏡にたどり着けばあらゆる願いが叶うなんてのも。
Yeah, and I think it's really, really good they're finally starting to see through this, because this is the horrible thing. I mean, to be fair, it's kind of like a muddier situation. Do you look at the lie that's being presented and have some sort of hope, even though it's totally false? I mean, though that totally false hope is bad, at least it is going to let you get through this situation because of the fact that, you know, there will be something to fight for. Even if it's... No, I don't know, though. Even if there's something to fight for that may be completely pointless to fight for, at least I suppose that would help you get through the situation. But at the same time, if you're going to die and you're fighting for something that is completely hopeless, though it is really, really cruel to be fighting for an entirely false hope, could you really say that, you know, having false hopes like this is a bad thing? But I don't know, it kind of... I mean, in this situation, I think you could actually argue that, you know, the hope of the Golden Land and actually going there is a good thing because of the fact that, you know, they just... No, but at the same time, because it kind of motivates them to live on and, you know, live to the fullest before they are killed and to try and get out of death. But at the same time, I think it's also a bad thing because, you know, they're just being toyed with more if they have hopes of actually going to the Golden Land, which, let's be honest, is just a place where, you know, people were eaten alive by goats. I'm not even joking. This could also be reflected via, you know, Battler. Could that be a little indication of what she's doing with Battler, dangling the prize of winning, but will never, ever, he will never, ever reach it. That's what she thinks. Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
そんなことはないよ。
It's not true.
黄金鏡は素晴らしいところだよ。
Devil's proof, why do you have faith? The Golden Land is a wonderful place.
行ったことあるの？
Have you been there?
ちょっぴりだけね。
Only for a little bit.
それすらもベアトリーチェ様の
Yeah,
戯れだった
definitely,
のだ
yeah.
ろうけど。
Though even that was probably just a joke of Beatrice somewhere.
どんなとこなの？そっか。
Yeah, that's interesting. Is this in episode 1's Witch Tea Party, I wonder? What's it like there?
うん。
Well,
素晴らしいところだよ。
it's a wonderful place.
うまく説明できない。
I can't really explain it well.
安らかな夢の中みたいな世界。
Yeah, it's like a world from a pleasant dream.
バラが咲き乱れてて美しい蝶が舞ってるような極楽みたいな感
No,
じ。
that sounds like something that Beatrice would do. A paradise-like place with roses blooming all over and beautiful butterflies dancing about or something like that.
そういう具体的なイメージのところじゃないの。
It's not a place with a tangible image like that.
本当に 夢の中みたい
That
な
is
ところなの。
weird. It's really like the inside of a dream.
そこにいるときはとても穏やかで安らかで、
When you're there, it's very gentle,
いつまでも
very
眠ってる
peaceful.
ことを許されてる。まるで休日の早朝のお布団の中みたいな感じ。
And you're allowed to sleep as long as you want, like when you wake up early on a day off. Yeah, lying on a futon. Cool, that's interesting.
カーテンの隙間から日が差してきて、そろそろ起きないとと思うんだけど、
Sunlight comes in through the cracks in the curtains, and you think you'll have to wake up soon.
今日は休日だから起きなくてもいいんだって気づいて、
Oh yeah, I
もう
see
一回
that,
お
yeah.
布団の中に潜り込むときみたい
I
な、
like that analogy, that's
そん
actually
な
a
気
really
持ち
good
にな
one.
れる場所。
Sunlight comes in through the cracks in the curtains, and you think you'll have to wake up soon, but then you realise it's your day off and you can go back to sleep. It's a place like where you can feel like that, where you can feel as if there is no burden, there is no there is no burden whatsoever, and there's nothing that could possibly make it so that your life is, you know, strained. It's just cut off from, you know, the demands of humanity, and it's just really, really pleasant, I'd assume. I don't really understand if it's like a dream and, you know, it's so pleasant, judging by what Shannon's actually said. Why has she only been there for a short amount of time? Like, how did she depart from there? I don't think that would have been very peaceful.
Hmm. 僕なら損したと思うな。
I think it would be wasted on me.
休日なのに勘違いして起き出すなんて姉さんくらいだ。
Oh no, I see that. Yeah, waking up on accident, even though it's your day off, is something only you would do, Nair-san. She does really care about her job, though, I
それ
see.
で
So?
うん。
Well,
そこにいたときはね、満たされてて、とても穏やかだった。
when I was there, it was very satisfying and very
で
calm.
も、元の世界に戻ってくると、つい直前までそこにいたはずなのに、うまく思い出すことができないの。
That is weird. Yeah, it is interesting that. I mean, I do kind of get the impression that the Golden Land is something that's not intended to be remembered because of the fact that if it's told to anybody, then I feel that could potentially spoil a lot of the mystery of the epitaph. Oh my god, get off my glasses, you bloody stain. Please. Oh my fucking god. Can I just focus on this story, like, actually? That should be fine.
ついさっきまで見ていた夢が思い出せないのによ
That
く
is
似てる。
interesting, though. So everyone could have potentially gone to the Golden Land, but the thing is, they remember the fact that they've gone, but at the same time they don't really remember anything about it because of the fact that it is quite literally like the inside of a dream. You just forget it the second you wake up. That is weird. I like that though.
.でも、とっても穏やかで、
Yeah.
静かな世界だったことだけは覚えてるの。
But I still remember that it was a very calm and quiet
そ
world.
れだけ
That's it.
なんだ。あいつが偉そうに言う黄金鏡なんて
Ah, yeah.
大したことないな。
Yeah, fair enough, actually, if you were only there for a short amount of time. Now, I do find it really interesting that she obviously hasn't remembered the severe and sinister part of it, i.e. being literally eaten alive by goats. What the heck, that Golden Land she's always bragging about isn't anything great at all.
何でも願いが叶う場所だと思ってたのに。
Yeah, fair. I thought it was a place where all your wishes come true.
その通りだよ。
That's
何
right.
でも願いが叶う場所。
Seriously? It's a place where all your wishes will be
少
granted.
し違うかもしれない。
Well, maybe that's not quite
何
it.
も願わなくてもいい場所。 が正解か
Oh,
もしれない
that's
ね。
interesting. Yeah. So, I suppose because of the fact that you will wish for nothing, your wishes could become true. That is really interesting. Yeah, it might be better to say it's a place where you don't wish for anything.
例えばカノン君が寒くて上着が欲しいと願った時、上着をもらえればとても幸せなことだけど、
For example, Kanon-kun, if you were cold and wish you had a jacket, you'd be happy to be given one.
そもそも暖かい部屋にいられたなら上着が欲しいなんて願う必要さえもないでしょ。
But if you were in a warm room to begin with, there wouldn't even be a reason to want a jacket, right? Oh, I see
黄
that,
金鏡
yeah.
はそういうところな
That's
の。
really interesting. That's what the Golden Land is
大
like.
抵の願いは願う必要さえなくなる。
There's no need to wish for most wishes.
すべてから解放された
God, that's
何もかも
interesting.
が穏やかな世界なの。
Yeah, it's a world where everything is calm.
与えられて幸せという概念さえも超越したすべてから解
No,
放
I
さ
see
れた
that,
世
yeah.
界とでも言えばいいのかな。
Yeah, you could even say that it's a place that transcends the concept that having your wishes granted will be happiness, a world released from everything. Yeah, it's just really quite interesting because obviously your wishes granted won't be granting you happiness because of the fact that there was never actually a need for the wish to happen in the first place. That is really interesting. So it's just basically all of your wishes are there for you because of the fact that the world is conditioned to naturally appeal to all of your wishes so that you have no wishes or desires when actually being in there. And it's so disconnected from humanity that, you know, it's it's just kind of like, it really is just like a place of sanctuary, really. I like that. I really like this.
なんだか宗教っぽい世界だな。
Oh, that is interesting. It sounds somewhat like a religion. It does though. Yeah. It really does sound like a heaven.
そこではすべてが平等なの。
And there, everything is equal.
意志ある存在はすべてが平等。
Interesting. Anything that can think is equal.
人間も家具も魔女もない。
Oh yeah, there are no humans, furniture, nor
そ
witches.
こでの私は誰とも対等で公平。
There, I was equal to
も
everyone.
う家具だからと何も自分を
God,
恥
that's
じる必要がない。
interesting. Because isn't it just so horrible to think that a person as pleasant and, you know, brilliant as Shannon, you know, has that thought? Yeah, there was no longer any need to feel ashamed that I was furniture. That is
すべて
interesting.
の人間ともそして魔女とさえ対等な本当に幸せな世界だったの。
Yeah, it was honestly a happy world where all humans and even witches were. That's
う
weird.
まく思い出せないけど
Can't really remember it well.
そこでは私ベアトリーチェ様とさえ
Jesus
対等な
Christ.
関係で良い友達でいられた気がする。
Yeah. I wonder if Canon's raising the alarm bells here. Yeah. I can't really remember it well, but I have the feeling that when I was there, I was equal even to Beatrice Summer, and we were good
あの
friends.
魔女がいるならろくな理想郷じゃ
No,
な
I
いよ。
agree. Yeah, if that witch is there, it can't be much of a paradise. Yeah, why would a witch as evil and merciless and horrible and, you know, just bloody as Beatrice have a paradise? Goats eat you up alive.
その幸せな黄金鏡に姉さんはジョージ様と
Yeah,
一緒
George
に行
was
きたい
there,
わけ
yeah.
だ。
Yeah, so you want to go to that golden land with George Summer.
おかしな話だね。
How strange.
黄金鏡は全てが満ち足りた理想郷なわけでしょ。
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, how strange. The golden land is a utopia where you can be pleased with everything,
ジョージ
right?
様がいなくても十分に満たされてそうだけど。
Oh, I don't think so. Wouldn't you be content even if George Summer wasn't there?
黄金鏡はねとても穏やかで安らかで全てが対等で公平だけれど
The golden land is very calm, peaceful, and everything is equal.
幸せだけ実は抜けてるの。
Ah, yes, I see. So you can have everything, but because of the fact that you've lost people and the fact that your loved ones are never going to return to you and you have to face that hard truth, happiness isn't actually there. It's left out of the equation. Now it makes sense as to why this is Beatrice's doing.
幸せな世界じゃないの。
Yeah, that is interesting. It isn't a happy
も
world.
ちろん安らかで穏やかで公平というだけですごい幸せな世界だよ。
of course, just by being peaceful, calm, and equal, it's an incredibly happy world.
でもそれは例えるなら全ての悩みというマイナスから解放された
Oh.
ゼロの世界なの。
But I suppose you could say that it's a world of zero, where we've got the sea of zero and the world of zero now. We are released from all negative worries.
人の世はマイナスで満ちてるから、もちろんゼロというのはものすごい幸福なわけだけど、それでもゼロなの。
The human world is filled with negatives, so of course the zero world is incredibly happy, but it's still zero.
贅沢だよね。
Yeah, I know. Yeah, what a luxurious problem
そ
to
れ
have.
はこういう感じ。
It's something like
穏や
this.
かな休日の朝のまどろみの時、最愛の人も隣にいてくれて手を握っててくれたなら、
Yeah,
もっと
fair.
もっと素敵な幸せになれるみたいな。
Yeah, that is actually interesting, the problem of the world, because of the fact that it's released from, you know, the normal, humanity's normal struggles and negativity. It's a plain and dry world and there's nothing interesting about it. I like that.
Hmm. ごめん、姉さんは例えが下手くそだね。バカだから。
Sorry, your Nessan is too dumb to be good at any analogies. Hmm.
つまり
In other words,
姉さんにとっての最高の幸せとは
yeah, definitely.
ジョージ様
Yeah.
と一緒にその世界にたどり着くことって
It
わ
is
けだ。
interesting because even in a world with no negativity, if you don't have love, and if you don't, yeah, without love, the full positivity of the golden land cannot be seen, I suppose. In other words, to you, the greatest happiness will be reaching that world together with George Summer. Yes.
そしてきっとカノン君にとっては
Yeah, definitely.
お嬢様と一緒にその世界にたどり着くことだよ。
And surely for you, it will be reaching that world together with my lady. Yeah.
公平な世界で二人は悩みから解放され、
Yeah, that's horrible. We'll be released from our worries in a fair world.
なんだかおかしな宗教を吹き込まれてるみたいだ。
That's interesting. And I mean, this is the thing that's different to a religion. You actually have somebody who's existed that can prove that they've been there. And they're not delusional as well. It's like some kind of strange religion.
僕はもっとこう俗物的な
I'm more worldly minded.
魔法の薬を与えられると人間に生まれ変われるとか、そういう感じの世界を想像してたよ。
God, that's horrible. I imagined a world where we would be given some magic medicine and we could be reborn as humans or something like that. Yeah, it's just unbelievable, I mean. Yeah, it's just the fact that, you know, even though he is, you know, such a good person, Kanon, you know, he just genuinely can't accept himself, and he really, really can't accept, and he hates the fact that he's been born and he's been forced into this reality that is so damn painful, of not even being able to, you know, be like a normal human being, just constantly, you know, existing for the pursuit of actually helping others, really. Let's be honest here. Hmm.
行けばわかるよ。
Yeah, if you go, you'll understand.
ベアトリーチェ様が本当に気まぐれな方なら、いつかきっとカノン君にも垣間見させてくれるに違いない。
If Beatrice Summer really is a fickle person, then surely someday she'll let you get a glimpse of
そう
it
すれ
too.
ば姉さんの例えがよくわかるようになるから。
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. If so, then you'll be able to understand my analogy.
ま 過剰な期待はしないことにしとくよ。
Yeah, fair. Well, I'm not holding my... Don't crush onto
いずれにせよ
false hopes.
今回の僕たちはこれでゲームオーバーみたい
Maybe
だ
next
し。
time. Oh, next time. That's an interesting question. Episode 5. Holy fuck, that's going to be cool. But anyway, yeah, at any rate, it seems like game over for us this time already.
別の
Yeah,
機会に期待するさ。
yeah, fair. I'll hope for another chance.
そうだね。
You're right.
おかしな期待を持つとベアトリーチェ様にまたつけ込まれる。
Yeah, fair. If we cling to any overambitious hopes, Beatrice-sama will take advantage of us.
何も考えず
Yeah, fair.
ただ運命に身を任せるのが私たちには
Yeah, that
一
is
番かもしれ
understandable.
ない。
Yeah, maybe best to stop thinking and let fate take care of us.
僕たちはただチェスの駒であればいいんだ。
We can be just simple chess pieces.
何を考えても考えなくてもどうせ魔女の
Oh
チェス
my
盤か
god,
ら
I
は
know,
逃れられな
yeah.
い。
Yeah, that's the worst thing. That really is. No matter what we think or don't think, we can't escape from the Witch's chessboard. And I mean, I just genuinely don't understand how these people, you know, firstly, they understand about the Witch's chessboard, and secondly, you know, I just genuinely can't believe that these people have experienced every single world. And it's interesting when we actually have seen in, for example, episode 2. Is it episode 2? Yes, it is episode 2. Seeing Kanon's regrets for Jessica and his regrets as a person who really fully hasn't lived his life because of the fact that, you know, he's not been able to actually love Jessica and has never had the courage to actually, you know, propose to her. It's interesting that these regrets, they build up over the chapters, and now it makes sense as to why. Yeah, and it is interesting that, you know, you don't think... So, as a result, you don't get taken advantage of. It's just luck. You can't have it by being desperate, because obviously then your desire won't be met. Because you'll just be taken advantage of because of the fact that you're desperate.
後のお役目はどういびり殺されるかただ待つことだけさ。
Oh my god, I know. That's the horrible thing. I mean, my god, having to accept something this big, it's horrible. Our role is now just to wait and see how we'll be tortured to death. Seriously, yeah.
黄金鏡の夢なんて虚しすぎる。
Yeah, for us, the dream of the Golden Land is too empty. Yeah, because of the fact that they can only go alone. And they don't have their lovers. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I like this. I find it really, really interesting. It just tells us a lot about desire in general, really. Kanon shrugged his shoulders, then told Shannon to leave him alone. Oh, because she was in the way of his duty. Distancing himself from her. Oh, yeah. Realising her thoughtlessness in bringing up such an inappropriate topic and instead hurting Kanon. Shannon bit her lower lip and stared at the ground. Yeah, fair. Shannon wouldn't bother him anymore. She went off and crouched down in a corner by herself. Oh shit, what's happened? Oh no, could this potentially be a moment where the Golden Slaughterer song starts to play? Yeah, I see why that's a hurtful topic. Because of the fact that, you know, because of the fact that they're isolated on the Witch's chessboard and they have no choice in the matter. They will never ever be able to, you know, be reunited with their loves. It's horrible. Oh god, right. This could be potentially even more horrible though, who knows. At that moment, Kanon perked up. What? Oh, yeah. It was like the ears of a cat when it reacts to a strange sound.
どうしたの？
Oh, that is interesting. What's wrong?
旦那様、誰か来ます。
Oh my god. Kurasama, someone's coming. Oh my fucking god. Who? What? Oh no. They ended their conversation and strained their ears. For a while, they couldn't hear anything. Oh my god. They couldn't... Oh no, this is scary. Oh my god, right. really, really scary theory time. These are the 7 stakes of purgatory, and they're going to potentially die here. Oh my god. And if anything, a death is hopeless here. There's no way that they can, you know, escape whatsoever. Oh shit. Right, depending on who this is, you know, it really, really will tell us how screwed these people are. Oh my god. Right, who is it, I wonder? Yeah, so they've come.
年貢の納め時かさもなくば最初で最後のチャンスか
Yeah, fair. Yeah, time to pay the piper. Or perhaps this is our first and last chance. They really should hide. Oh no, they can't hide because of the fact that there is still hope. Fair enough, I shall talk to Kinzo-san. And obviously there is no way they can hide in a place where it's fully exposed. The view is fully exposed. I will try to somehow find out where this place is. Yeah. Oh my god, I know, this is the only thing that could potentially be saving them, genuinely. But at the same time, I think it's still really unlikely. I still think there's barely any reasoning whatsoever. Oh shit. Oh yeah. Ooh, during the last phone call, Kiria had asked what the time over at the guest house was. But doing. What the fuck? That is so weird. Yeah, that is properly weird. Yeah, by doing that, Kiria had learned that it was the same as her watch. And she learned that their watches hadn't been set back. It wasn't just the clocks on the walls in the guest house. Yeah, that's absurd. Yeah, several people's watches, including George's and Gorda's, had matched. If that was the case, yeah, that is really impossible. I see. Yeah. Yeah, that is nuts. That really is. But at the same time, that could be indicative of the fact that, you know, it's either teleportation or it could potentially be really close to where the massacre happened. God, I'm kind of scared to think what's actually going to happen. Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, not enough time had passed for them to be knocked out and carried away. That is weird. Oh my god, I know, I do see what she's saying. Yeah, them were these really pitfalls, meaning that this was the area directly under the dining hall. Oh yeah, understandable, yeah. All they could do was pray that Nanjo could find out where this was. That is if Kinzo's actually going to be there. They are relying on the fact that he's going to be there. Is he? I don't think it's likely. They're coming. Right, who is it going to be? It's probably 4 people. Could that be the Chiestas? Oh, that's really bad. God, the fact that you can actually sense that, that's so absurdly impressive. Wow. Yeah, that's enough. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Good one. That's enough. You come back here as well. Oh, yeah, we'll deal with the rest.
シャノンちゃん、申し訳ないけど電話のところに座ってもらえる？
Oh yeah, fair, yeah. Shannon-chan, but sorry, can I have you sit by the
ス
phone?
カートで電話を隠して。
Oh yeah, good one. Yeah, hide it with your skirt.
はい。
Yeah, nice one. That's actually a really quite smart move. Right, this is going to be so interesting. Oh boy. Right, break time. Right, okay, I am back now. Right, time for some really, really interesting shit. So I do wonder what is actually going to be, you know, here today. And my god, I wonder what's actually going to happen. I mean, I kind of get the impression that everyone's going to fucking die. But how are they going to die? And what's going to be said? That's the thing I'm most curious about, really. Yeah, the shuffling came close, and there was the sound of a large door being opened in the hallway. Right, this is going to be interesting. The light they were apparently carrying illuminated the hall. Oh, could that mean golden bow stroking the walls of sharp razor-like shadows? And then the lights from the lantern they held up illuminated the prisoners through the bars. The bars' sharp shadows divided them up lengthwise. There were 4 silhouettes. It was Kinzo. Oh, that was not what I was expecting. I was expecting the 3 Tiestas. Damn. Yeah, that's not any better. It was Kinzo, Nonove, Warugiria, and Gap. Yeah, that's not very good at all. God.
後ろ宮家当主
Oh my god,
ゴールドスミス教のおなりでございます。
silence everyone.
皆様ご静粛。
God, please welcome the head of the Ushinomiya family, Lord Goldsmith.
ゴールドスミス？
Yeah, Goldsmith.
親父殿のペンネームだ。
Oh, it's actually quite surprising that they know it. His father's pen name.
怪しげな魔導書を書くとき、そういう名を署名しているようだ。
It seems he always signs of it when writing those bizarre grimoires. Yeah, that makes sense. That does actually.
金蔵英語風に？
Kinzo made English though. Oh no, I see that actually, yeah.
それならゴールドウェアハウスが正しいんじゃないの？
Wait, what does the kanji look like? Is it anything I recognize?
金蔵英語風に？
No, I don't. Oh, that's a shame. Well, I mean, keen is obviously money, but, and, you know, it can be gold as well. Kanemochi, you know, rich. Okane, obviously money. Kinyobi, Friday.
それならゴールドウェアハウスが正しいんじゃないの？
Oh my god, that's hilarious. God, that must have been a fucking scare to them. I mean, that was kind of a scare to us, but, like, you know, just kind of seeing his insane face, I think that's what got me the most. Oh my god.
ウェアハウスは倉庫、ただ溜め込むに過ぎぬ。
What more is a warehouse than a place to keep things
し
in?
かし私は金を生み出し、細工し、さらに価値を高
That's
めるの
interesting.
だ。
However, I give birth to gold and use my craftsmanship to further increase its
スミ
worth.
スの方がよりふさわしいと思わんかね。
Don't you think Smith is much more fitting? God, I wonder. True enough.
無駄口を失礼しました。
I apologize for butting in. She's not even going to try and argue, that's the funny thing. Because she needs to bargain with her life here. Do not anger him. Kinzo-san.
これはどういうことなんだ
Yeah,
ね。
just what is going on?
ここは一体
Oh
ど
my
こ
god,
な
I
ん
know.
だ。
This is going to be very interesting. Where in the world is this?
おや、我が友よ。
Oh, my friend.
思い出せんかね。
Can't you remember?
さすがにその牢の中に入った経験はないだろうが、この廊下を歩いた記憶はあるはずだ。
Really not good. What the hell has Nandro done here? Oh, my friend, can't you remember? True, you may have never entered this prison, but you should have remembered walking through this corridor.
ま
You
さ
don't
か。
mean...
心当たりがあるの？
Do you have an idea?
いや、しかし、考えられない。
But, well, it is unthinkable.
第一、私たちは落とし穴に落ち、
Yeah, definitely.
しか
Yeah.
もほんの数分でここに閉じ込められたのですぞ。
Yeah, and it was an insufficient time for them to actually be carried as well. Firstly, we fell through a pitfall when we were locked up in here after only a few
そんな
minutes.
ことは物理的に、距離的にありえない。
Yeah, this is the worst thing though, because of the fact that Nandra's so, you know, obviously shocked. He's not he's kind of neglecting his duty, which is to make it so that Kinzo is, you know, totally convinced to let them go. Yeah. Oh, God. Yes, for a human, right? That's the worst thing, because obviously it's completely impossible for it to be done by a human. Yeah, that's the tricky thing.
お父さん、ここは屋敷ですか?
Father resist. It should be, yeah, because of the fact that Nandro has, you know, before walked around this corridor.
屋敷にこんな地下があったとは。
Oh my god, I know. To think that your house had a basement as creepy as this, I mean, it's weird.
クラウス。
Kraus.
お前たちがその存在をささやき、何度か私の後をつけ回して探ろうともしたではないか。
Kraus, wasn't there a place whose existence you all whispered of? The forest, and which you followed after me several times trying to find. Well, wait, no, Kumadorian, yeah, the
それ
mansion.
がここだよ。
So this is Kumadorian Mansion. Really? This is that place?
いや、正確にはそこの地下というべきか。
No, to be correct, this is its basement.
まさかここはクワドリアンの
Yeah, could this place be the basement of
地下
Kumadorian?
ですか?
I know. That is so weird. Yeah, that totally disproves any possibility of it being a human-related cause. And the thing that's even worse, it's in Kuwadoriam. You know, complete forest, complete difficulty to tell where you're actually going. No light, and obviously in the dark. I mean, even if they do escape, it's really quite hopeless. God. Funny that he's actually aware of having been followed.
ご検察の通りです。
A splendid
こちら
observation.
はクワドリアンの地下でございます。
This is indeed the basement of Kuwadorian.
クワドリアン
God. Yeah, Kuwadorian.
まさか噂の親父殿の隠し屋敷なのか?
You don't mean Father's rumoured hidden mansion?
本当に実在したのか?
Yep. And this is the worst time to be discovering it.
我が最愛の魔女ベアトリーチェのためだけに築いた屋敷である。
This mansion was constructed for the sole use of my beloved witch, Beatrice.
地上部分は美しき上品な屋敷なのであるが、そこを案内できず、実に残念
Yeah,
に思
that is
うぞ。
interesting. Yeah, it's truly a shame that I cannot guide you to the above ground sections, as it is such a beautiful and elegant mansion. Yeah, but the only thing is that it's probably indicative of the fact that, you know, he has no intention of letting them go out alive. Yeah. I mean, it was obvious from the beginning, but I don't think there's any reasoning with this guy, let's be honest here. Who knows though, maybe there could be some hope. It's impossible to tell, it really is. I suppose it is a devil's proof.
Oh my god,
I know. Yeah, isn't it just really quite interesting? Kraus is probably just so bewildered now because he's realising that, you know, the affair was actually real, potentially. When you actually realise what happened with the whole homunculus shit, then you will realise it is a lot more creepy than it obviously lets out. Yeah, how lovely. Just the two of them alone in a mansion with a prison like that. I know, yeah.
どうもお父様とは性癖が合わないみたいよ。
Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god, yeah, fair enough actually. Yeah, I guess Father's tastes are a bit more than I can stop. Yeah, a little bit extreme.
キリエさん、
キリエさん。
無礼な発言はお控えになった方が賢明ですよ。
Well, she's gonna die. She might as well make the most of it. But no, I actually do agree, to be honest, yeah. And perhaps it would be wiser to refrain from such rude comment. Yeah, of course Gab likes it.
でも同感よ。
Yeah, but I agree.
私も
送られた屋敷にこんな力があったら
I don't want to press continue.
100年の恋も冷めて金目のものだけいただいてとんずらするわ
If a mansion I was given had this kind of dungeon in it, quote, if a mansion I was given had this kind of dungeon in it, that'd shake me out of even a century-long love, and I'd take anything out, anything of value and run. Yeah, you have weird tastes. Oh my god.
そういうご趣味はございませんか
Oh my, so you don't have an interest in this kind of thing.
てっきりキュンキュンしちゃうとばかり
And who I was thinking you went head over heels for it.
もちろんキュンキュンしちゃうわよ
God, her voice. Of course I go head over heels.
誕生日のプレゼントに首輪なんかもらっちゃったりしたらね
Like if I get a collar or something from... Jesus Christ.
ただしイケメンに限る
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, what is the point if it's not the case? I mean, to be honest, from the outfit that Gap actually wears, it really doesn't surprise me that she's associated with that sort of thing. Yeah, that does actually really got surprised me that, you know, Gap out of anything would be put off, yeah.
お静かに
Silence, yeah, stop talking about couples, let's
首
be
輪よ
honest
り
here.
猿靴輪が必要ですか
Oh god! Perhaps you could use a gag more than a collar. No. It's a bit scary.
あらあなたはそっちもいけちゃうの
Yeah, just totally try and take it out of context as much as possible. Oh, you have an interest in that too? I love how much this is diverted from the actual
リアっ
focus.
て好き嫌いないのね
Leah. You sure aren't picky, Leah.
勝手に人の名前を略さないでください
Oh my god. So, oh, that's interesting. So she actually gets pissed off by that. Yeah, I thought they were friends, but no. Don't go around shortening people's names on your own.
やかましいぞ女たち
I like that. Enough, you noisy
お
women.
前たちも同じ牢に閉じ込められたいというのか
And to be fair, why not Donovan though? I mean, he kind of was encouraging it. Yeah, only go to the women. Enough, you noisy women. Are you telling me you'd like to be locked up in the same cell?
これは失礼いたしました親方様
Apologize, Master.
この牢体にこのような寒い牢獄では身が持
Oh
ちません
god. Yeah, fair enough. Well, maybe because of the fact that maybe you should, you know, have a little taste of your medicine for what the people inferior to you are actually going through as a result of you. And Kienso, obviously. I apologize, Master. This old body of mine would not be able to stand such a cold prison. Yeah. Oh, yeah, funny that, yeah, but why did Gideon quickly apologize? But Gap and Donovan merely laughed together. It was like they thought they alone couldn't be imprisoned. Or else, that even if somebody tried to imprison them, it would be pointless. Oh, that is interesting.
牢とは捕らえ逃がさぬこと
Yeah, prison is a place from which the captured cannot escape.
それはすなわち生涯手放さぬとの強い意志と愛である
God, yeah, he knows how prisons work. Yeah, that implies a strong will and love to not let them go for a lifetime.
逃げても諦められる程度の女ならば愛を語るに値しない
It's not even worth speaking of love to a woman you could give up on if she ran away. What the fuck? That is really creepy. Yeah, so it's not actually worth... It's not worth loving somebody if you don't have so much devotion that you can't, you know, not give up on them even if they do leave the relationship out of their own will. That is absurd. yeah, it's just totally obsessive. It really, really is. God. I can imagine a lot of potential for comedic lines with Gap. Very messed up ones, of course, but she's a demon, and, you know, with the outfit she wears, you really expect it not to be messed up.
鎖で縛ってでも逃がしたくないと思うほどに苦しくなる女。
A woman who makes you so insane that you don't want to let her escape, to the point of binding her in chains.
そこまでに至ってこそ我が生涯を捧げるに値する愛である。
Because she was worthy of that, she was a love worth sacrificing my
お
life.
前にそれを別れとは言わぬよ。
That is interesting. Yeah, even now, in the state where he's basically talking about the fact that love has made it so that, you know, insanity has been forced on him, you know, he even... he still takes the superiority over the situation. It's interesting, that. Yeah, that is actually really interesting because of the fact that Kinzo, you know, had such a strong love to Beatrice, and, you know, Beatrice obviously tried to escape because that wasn't reciprocated in her. You know, her love was actually worth sacrificing his life for, because even though it was one-sided, he still felt so strong by it. But even though Beatrice didn't actually feel the passion for the love himself, you know, Kinzo, without any empathy or decency to another person, has satisfied his own desires by, you know, doing this. Even though it is the most one-sided and, you know, unempathetic and brutal love ever, and it shouldn't be considered love, to be honest. It really shouldn't be. It's so delusional, but at the same time, it does actually make sense why, you know, a love that you have so much that you never want them to go away, and you dirty yourself and your morals when they actually do. It shows that you will do anything for this person. It really, really does. And, you know, obviously we've seen that. My god. That episode 3 stuff with Beatrice, that was beyond creepy.
That is
interesting. Nobody can bind me. I will not be bound. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't want to be loved, I want to love. And that's definitely like Ginzo. Yeah, he wants to love, but he doesn't want to actually receive the love back. He doesn't give a fuck about the love. He doesn't give a fuck about the lover's emotions, even though he has the love to the lover, really. It's absurd. It's so twisted. Oh, God. That's scary. Yeah, I feel the same as Goldsmith. Yeah, and this is the worst thing, because of the fact that, you know, he has such bad company, because obviously that is the nature of these people. They are just made to be bad. You know, obviously. It's never good influences. And I feel that if Kinzo didn't have this absurd magical company, maybe he wouldn't have become such a bad person himself. But because of his magical power, he's basically became superior to humans. So obviously he's lost his humanity himself, really. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, love and madness are two sides of the same coin, or so they say. How bothersome. Yeah.
しかし、あっさり所在地が分かったのは大きいわ。
Yeah. But learning where we are so easily was a big step.
詳しい経緯は後で聞くけど、南條先生はここをご存知なのね。
Yeah, we'll ask the details later. But it seems you know about this place, right, Dr. Nanjo?
はい。
Yes.
そこの廊下がクワドリアンの地下通路ならば、
If that hallway is the underground passage beneath Kuwadorian,
あの先をまっすぐ行けば長い地下道になり、
then if we go straight down it, it will become a long tunnel.
それをずっと歩けば屋敷に戻れるはずだ。
That's interesting. No, but at the same time, a long tunnel. And I mean, when it is long, I don't doubt that it's probably long. I think that would probably take around half an hour to walk down. How can sacrifices be carried out? How can 6 of them be carried out without using magic? Oh boy, Basilar is fucked. We do realise that.
この鉄格子さえなんとかできれば屋敷に帰れるってことね。
Yeah, fair. Yeah, then if we could just do some... You shouldn't be saying that in front of Gap, Wadagiria, and Ronove, and Kinzo, by the way, but okay. Yeah, because they won't let you go. There's no way beings as powerful as that are going to let you slide, really. Then if we could just do something about these bars, we could go home.
お父さん、
Father.
私たちをどうするつもりですか？
Yeah, good question. What are you planning to do with us?
すでに宣告した通り、お前たちは後の晩のための生贄である。
Yeah, I mean, it probably was obvious, but at least it's... I suppose it's good to ask. Well, no, it's not, but still. As I have already declared, you will become sacrifices for the later twilights.
都合よく人数も5人。
There were conveniently 5 people here.
えぐりて殺す5人の人質にぴったりであろう。
God, you are horrible. There are conveniently 5 people here, exactly enough hostages for the 5 gougings. Oh yes, so beneficial, so convenient, so cool, man. Jesus Christ. Yeah, to be disciplined, even though you know you're going to die, I mean, it must be absurd. I see.
私たちも年貢の納め時というわけですか。
Yeah, then it's time for us to pay the piper.
やがてはな。
Eventually.
だが、今はそのために訪れたのではない。安心せよ。
Oh shit. Oh, that kind of scares me. That's not why I've come to visit you this time, so relax.
それに言ったはずだ。
Besides, I believe I have said it
もし
already.
も孫たちの誰かが
Oh, yeah,
我
yeah,
が
yeah.
全てを継承するにふさわしいと認められたなら、
Oh
この
my
儀式
god.
は中断する。
God, there is a big motive there. Oh my god, I wonder what they're actually going to do. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, man. That is really, really interesting. So this definitely gives me the impression that, you know, the grandchildren are everything. They control every single piece of fate within, you know, Umineko Chapter 4, really. Oh my god, that's absurd. That is really, really absurd. These parents need to, you know, they need to make it so that their kids seem the best as possible. They need to psych their kids up on the phone. Oh my god. That's so surprising. So they could potentially be saved if one of the kids is proven successful ahead. Maria, I think she's a really, really good example. She could be, in her magical connotations. I think Ginzo would love that. I think there is actually a potential hope. Like, genuinely, I'm not even joking. Wow.
つまり、お前たちは命拾いをするというわけだ。
Yep. And this insane man will stop his killings. God, I just genuinely can't believe that this murder is not only to get Beatrice there, but it's because nobody will be fit to, you know, bear the Ushinomiya name. So instead of, so you literally kill your family, every single one of them, so that, you know, the Ushinomiya name can't be bared. It's absurd. It really is.
What
What are you planning to do with the children?
次期当主にふさわしいかどうか。
I should give them a test.
テストを与える。
A test to see if they are suitable to be the successor.
その結果、私をうならせる者が一人でもいたならば、儀式は中断する。
If even one of them can surprise me, I'll call the ceremony off. Right, what is the test though? Yeah, good question. If there isn't anyone suitable. Yeah, that scares me. There are 2 sacrifices that are needed. And if there isn't anyone suitable, what are you planning to do with the children? Oh, Jesus Christ.
それを心配する必要はない。
What? Why am I going to trust what you say? There's no need to worry about
ど
that.
うせ先に生贄とされるのは
Jesus
お前た
fucking
ちだ。
That's absurd. You'll be sacrificed first.
その後のことなど知ったことではなかろうに。
You are horrible. Yeah, you are so naive. God, I mean, as a dad of 4, he's literally asking how you know, the fact that his kid could potentially be killed is something concerning to him. I mean, Jesus Christ, man, how can you be that just devoid of human emotion, really? Like, genuinely, it's absurd. God, that's horrible.
お前たちは自らの命運を自らの子供たちに委ねるの
Jesus, I
だ。
know, they're totally dependent. They really, really are. Entrust your fates to your own
お
children.
前たちが産み、教え、育ててきた結晶が子供たちだ。
Yeah, fair, actually. Yeah, your children. The embodiment of what you've born, taught, and
お
raised.
前たちの命運を委ねるに実にふさわしい
Yeah, that
存
is-
在のはず。
That's understandable, actually. They should be the most suitable ones for you to entrust with your family.
そう心配そうな顔をするなよ、クラウス。
God, even in a time like this, you bully him. Don't look so worried,
お
Kraus.
前の自慢の100億の価値のある娘を信じろよ。
You are disgusting. I mean, my God, he's told. Yeah, so he said, like, don't worry about your kids dying after you. Make it so that you're, and just, you know, really, really belittling Krause's daughter. And I mean, the thing is, Kinzo has impossibly high standards that only a select few who are very, very unlikely to be in this household are going to meet. You know, to enforce that amount of standards on anybody is so much of an unfair task. And, you know, to be able to just bully somebody's, I can't believe you could say, like, your kid may die, I'll bully them, I'll bully you. After, you know, having just said that your kid will die. I mean, it's absurd. It really, really is. It's absurd how inhuman this guy is. I mean, Jesus Christ. But this is what the love for Beatrice has actually done. It's made him completely mad. And, you know, his view has been twisted by demons that he's summoned as well. We cannot forget about that. I think if it wasn't for the summonings, I think he'd be maybe sane. Maybe. It's very hard to tell, though. It really is. God, that's horrible. And it is interesting that, you know, their fates quite literally reside in their children, because obviously, I suppose the children are representations of, you know, what they have done as parents and their true ability, really. So I do wonder. I think George is probably the most hopeful person. George or Maria. I don't know about Jessica or Butler. George knows how to keep a straight face, I think. But at the same time, Shannon may die, and both of his parents are dead. You really think that's going to be the case here? It really is hopeless, in my opinion. Exactly.
子供は親の結晶よ。
Yeah. Children are the embodiment of their parents. Not always. I mean, Kraus is actually a good example. Kraus and... Oh, that is interesting, actually. No, it is, actually. Yeah, because Jessica, you know... Jessica wants to be more than who she actually is, and she doesn't want to be the family head. Well, I mean, Kraus never really has said if he wants to be it or not, but at the same time, he's always the one who takes the position of his... as an advantage and never really tries, never really... Well, he does try, but he doesn't try nearly as hard enough, and he just kind of takes it for granted. Jessica doesn't, though, because she doesn't want to be the family head. It's kind of similar, but not really. Yeah, fair. It's fitting that we put our fates in their hands. That's interesting. That applies even to you, Father, right? God.
肝の座った女だ。ルドルフにはもったいない。
Jesus Christ, this girl has guts. What a waste on Rudolph. You are horrible. Oh my god, I would scream if I saw someone like this. Jesus Christ.
あまり挑発しない方がいい。
Yeah, fair, yeah.
同感だ。
I agree. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, bear with the total bullying and horrible nature. I liked Kidia's comment, but, you know, Kinzo was a very, very smart person. He will see through it.
そうね。
That's right.
どうせ私たちはまな板の上の恋よ。
Yeah, true. Yeah, after all, we're just fish on the chopping board.
今さら何もできやしない。
Oh my god, I know, yeah. Yep. There's nothing we can do now.
私に対し威勢のいい口を叩くこと
I
はで
know,
き
I
る
like
が
that.
な。
Yeah, but at the same time, why is it an insult? Why is the fact that, you know, the fates of the children are in the hands of his fate, so, you know, his fate will be influenced by his children. You know, I thought that the children were complete embodiments of his parenting. So if he thinks that the children are totally... Oh, for fuck's sake. The children are totally incompetent, then, you know, how is that going to look? Dude, this pisses me off so fucking much, right? Oh yeah, my quote. Every single fucking time I play this game. It's just really annoying because it really distracts the focus. Yeah, and I do find it very interesting that everything regarding Kinzo is just... Oh, it is brutal, I mean. It is just interesting that he views this as an insult. I just want to look into this a little bit more, so, yeah. Yeah, so Kinzo putting his fate in, you know, the hands of his, as he views, incompetent children. I love that this just totally looks really bad on him, because it looks bad on, you know, how horrible of a person he is. But the thing is, he's really, really been competent, but it hasn't been passed on to his kids because of... It's not because of bad parenting, it's just because these are extremely high standards to meet. It's just because of the fact that they're different, and, you know, they've had their own ambitions in life, which they have, you know, completed. They don't exactly have to be the same as the fathers, even though he may not view them as absurdly impressive. Yeah.
嫌いではないぞ。そういう女は。
Yeah, I don't like that kind of woman, see? Well, I don't really think this guy's very attractive to her.
ベアトリーチェも初めはそういう女だった。
Beatrice was like that too in the beginning. God, his laughing is so weird. Yeah, it's completely demented. It really just hits differently though, the fact that he's an old man as well, that he's and he's doing this kind of laugh. I mean, we're so used to hearing, you know, especially from Higurashi, you know, young people laughing who are completely insane. So, you know, just hearing old people laugh, it's even weirder. Master. Yeah, perhaps we should get back to the main topic. They have to be fair, yeah, we've been off track for a while now.
おお、そうであったな。すまぬすまぬ我が友よ。
Oh yes, there was that. Sorry, my friend.
それでは本題に入ろう。
Well then, back to the main event.
そのために電話を用意しておいたの
Oh,
だ。
this is interesting. For that, I've prepared a phone.
シャノン、知恵が回るな。
God, the fact that he's totally seen through it. Shannon, how clever of you.
もう隠さなくてもよいぞ。
You don't have to hide it any longer.
それは私が用意させた
Yeah,
の
that
だ。
does make sense. That's interesting. That's something I arranged for. What for?
失礼いたしました。
My apologies. Oh god, yeah. Shannon quickly withdrew herself, and the telephone was revealed. What's gonna happen?
クラウスよ。
Kraus.
ゲストハウスの孫たちに電話をかけるがよい。
Call the grandchildren in the guest house.
そして我がテストを試練の始まりを
What is this
彼
going
ら
to
に
be?
告げるのだ。
Like, genuinely, what is it going to be? Is it just, yeah, telling them off the test, even though they have no idea what it actually is? God. Tell them of the test and the start of my trial. One of their motioned for Kraus to pick up the receipt.
嫌だと言ったら
ほほう。取引の余地がどこにあるというのか。
Yeah, no, this is the worst thing. They have total power. They can literally end his lives with, and you know, his life with the snap of a finger. Look, genuinely. Why do you think you're in a position to negotiate? Yeah, if you see Wadagiria or Gap, and you think you can, or Donovan obviously, and you can negotiate, yeah, you're in for a shock. And why do you think you're in a position to
お前
negotiate?
が電話をせぬというなら、
Yeah,
孫
exactly.
たちにはチャンスさえも与えぬ。
This is the worst thing. I don't even disagree. Yeah, it's just such a hopeless situation that you've got to cling on to any hope, no matter how astronomically small. If you don't make the call, then the grandchildren won't even be able to give
後
them
ろ
a chance.
宮家はこれにて終わり。
Yeah, the Ushinomiya family will end here.
お前たちは直ちに生贄だ。
Yeah, and I'll sacrifice you all right away.
直ちに生贄なら幸運よ。
Oh god, yeah, someone like Gab, I wouldn't be surprised if they engage in a lot of torture.
あなたたちの眼前で子供たちを先に生贄にされた方が辛いと思うけれど。
Jesus fucking Christ, don't you think it'd be more painful to watch the children get sacrificed first, right before your very eyes?
が、
Gab.
生贄の順番は親方様が決めます。
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but you really think somebody like this would want to play by the rules? The master is the one who decides the sacrifice order.
勝手なことを言わないように。
Don't say things on your own. Oh,
リア
God.
今私の名前を縮めようとして詰まったでしょ。
Oh, that... How... But she said the full name. Leo, you just tried to shorten my name, didn't you?
してません。
I did not.
だから勝手に人の名前を略さないように。
God, I'm actually really quite surprised about this uncharacteristic tension between them. I wonder where that actually is. They don't look like people who like each other. And I kind of get the impression that, you know, Wadugiri are... They just feel really conflicting. I feel that Gab is just the person who, you know, will always defy the rules and will always be as reckless as possible, where Wadugiri actually has some sense and she's a little bit more sensible because obviously... Well, I don't know. I mean, she's just in general more of a peaceful person, even though she was, you know, even though episode 3's twist happened, obviously. We can't trust her at all because of that, but, you know, she just seems a little bit less... I mean, she probably is absurdly evil, but she seems less absurdly evil than Gap. Yeah. She just seems a little bit more disciplined than her, really. Well, Gap is disciplined, I'm sure, but just in different ways. Yeah. I told you not to shorten other people's names on your own.
女は実に
Woman truly are.
かしましいですな。
Fair enough. Yeah, that is interesting. Right, so what's gonna happen now? So we finished this chapter. Oh my god, that was really, really fun. I'm excited to learn more about Gap. I really, really am. Okay. Okay. Is this going to be Angie and... Oh, this is... Looks like some sort of clinic. Oh my god, that's interesting. So Nanjo... Firstly, Nanjo has a clinic. And secondly, we're actually going to see the clinic that, by the way, 4 minutes before the end of yesterday's episode. That's hilarious. But, That's absurd. So Nanjo actually has a son that has actually had a clinic. Oh my god, poor son. You know, he's probably gone with something just as awful as, you know, Angie has. I mean, even though it's not an entire family, it's still somebody very important to him. Oh my god. Oh, this is going to be very interesting. This guy looks really, really old. Wow. God, Nanjo definitely had a kid at a young age. Wow. Let's have a little introduction. Why not? Interesting. Oh, yes. Yes, understandable, yeah. Oh, yeah, fair, yeah. That's going to be difficult with Angie then, my god. Oh god, that's horrible. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, that is going to be a very interesting read, I'm assuming. So's this, I mean... Yeah, I really want to learn more about Gap, and I do wonder, you know, I wonder about their relationship, these, you know, people's relationship. Maybe, because of the fact that Warigiria actually originally had, you know, magic for originally good intent. When she retired, she just decided to give in. That's what I'm assuming. This just really, really contradicts the episode 3 twist, because I'm so at a confused state to actually, you know, how I perceive this character. Beatrice's family, that's totally weird. That's a totally weird sentence. I do wonder. God, there really are so many characters that appear in Umineko, it really is quite nuts. And there are more to come, way more to come as well, that's the funny thing. Oh, that was a really interesting day today. I really liked, you know, just everyone's response to the crisis. Obviously, everything regarding, you know, the escape and, you know, how it could potentially happen. But obviously, oh my god, that's loud. Fucking hell, sorry, I didn't realise that. But, yeah, I really liked everything regarding the escape and, well, the attempt to escape, and obviously, you know, just seeing how these people respond to it in a situation of crisis, that was good. And, you know, Kinzo as well, my god. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting about who's actually, about the trials that are going to be sent. I'm assuming the trials are going to involve death, let's be honest here. Yeah. I really do wonder how this is going to end, because it's actually ending really quite quickly, which surprises me. And, yeah, I do wonder about the logic battles. I mean, I wonder if they're actually going to happen in this chapter, though, because we've seen basically none of them. Like, we've seen Angie's story, Maria's story, and, you know, this. We haven't really seen much of, you know, the logical battles at all, which does actually kind of surprise me. I hope we see them soon. I mean, I'm kind of missing them. I mean, I really do wonder. And, yeah, it was really quite nice just in general to see. Oh, stuff about the Golden Land I really, really like. The fact that, you know, it's a dream world, but the thing is, without love, it cannot be seen. I love linking that quote to Umineko. Without love, the true wonder of the world cannot be seen, because of the fact that though you have all of your wishes completely sorted, because of the fact that you don't have love and you don't have the person that's most important there, peace is a lie, really, because of the fact that, you know, it's impossible for you to be happy because the love isn't there. So even though you have everything, you still don't have everything. Even though you have everything you could possibly wish for, you don't have your love. So it's basically invalid, the wish. Oh yeah, I'm excited for stuff soon. I really, really am. And yeah, Angie's story. I feel like Nanjo's son's going to be really quite interesting. I find it funny in the ending that Nanjo didn't even have any reason to you know, try to stop Kinzo, because obviously, firstly, he knew it was totally hopeless, and yeah, he knew that it was past the point of no return, really. That was funny. Just seeing Gap as well, and Nonove. I like their chemistry, you know, Gap and Nonove, and, you know, the demons in general. They have really good chemistry, and I'm very interested to learn about Wadugiriga's relationship with them. And Wadugiriga as well, in general. I want to learn more about her and why her power is in the finite, and her relationship with other witches as well. Like, yeah, because I haven't once seen her in, for example, one of those witches' tea parties. Yeah, that is interesting. So, yeah, I'm gonna go now. See you guys next time. Also, by the way, I can't forget. I cannot wait to see the aftermath of Maria's story. What is Angie gonna do, and what the hell is she going to realize when, you know, she actually has realized, you know, the significance of what Maria has done? Anyway, I'm gonna go now. See ya.